matters that shall come under our deliberation, in so just a faithful manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country, and those of whose interest you have committed to our church. Amen. Thank you. I want to once more welcome the Trident management to this sitting, and before we proceed, we will start with introduction so that we know who is amongst us. I'll start with myself. I'm Honorable Isaac Churchill, Chair ad hoc committee and MCA representing Soy Ward and Deputy Majority Whip of this House.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rebecca Magut. I am the Vice Chair of this ad hoc committee, and I represent Queen Yet Kapsuswa Ward in Soy constituency. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Julia Sang, member of this committee and the leader of majority.
Morning, Honorable David Piwot Keitany, a member of this committee representing Sergoit Ward and also Chair PSA.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Honorable Robert Tanui Kerim, member of this committee, nominated MCA representing PWDs. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable Amos Tanui. I do represent Rescos Ward and a member to this committee.
And I am Gilbert Chepkonga, MCA, Ainap Kolare Ward, a member to this committee. Welcome.
Thank you. Our Secretariat, please.
Victor Bergen, the ad hoc committee clerk.
My name is Audrey Letich, legal counsel.
I'm Elias Koech, research officer.
I'm Richard Koech, Sergeant at Arms.
My name is Emmanuel Tala, Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you. Before we come to you, you just do a reminder to Trident that last sitting we had to refer back the team that you'd sent because of the power of attorney that it was given to one of you to be the admitted representative of Trident in the matter of this contract. And I want to read your letter so that in between amongst you, there must be these persons that were appointed, or the appointee himself should be present. That on 11 July 2024, the Trident Insurance Company Limited, power of attorney, that I, the undersigned Diamond Lalchi, of ID number 10516735, Post Office Box number 5565, Nairobi, being the chairman of board of Trident Insurance Company Kenya Limited, hereafter referred to as the company, is in the Republic of Kenya, which is a candidate in respect of tender number CGU/PSM/T/07/2023/2024 for provision of county staff medical insurance cover for financial year 2024-2025, and duly authorized and competent to swear this affidavit that I do hereby ordain, nominate, and appoint Koskei Kipta of ID number 2778-1340, the branch manager of Eldoret branch, general insurance business of this company, and of the post office box 55651, Nairobi, aforesaid to be an agent of the company with full power and authority for the company to deal with tender number CGU/PSM/T/07/2023/2024 to provide insurance service to county government of Uasin Gishu and take all necessary steps to fulfill the tender requirement to represent the company and appear on its behalf before any meeting of members of the tender committee for and on before and members and staff of the county government of Uasin Gishu, other administrative officers, or before any other authority in all matters pertaining to or connected with the tender, and to sign and execute all certificates, documents, contracts, and declarations before such authorities or offices, and to perform all actions and matters which may be required by law in connection with this power of attorney, to receive notices for any purposes relating to the tender, to make any payment which is necessary or is incidental to the performance of its functions under this power of attorney, and for me and in my name to sign all such documents and to do all such acts, matters, and things as may be necessary or expedient for the carrying out of the powers conferred hereby. In witness whereof, the common seal of the company has herein been affixed in the presence of its duly authorized officers, the day and herein before written. Sworn on 10th day of July 2024 by the said Diamond Lalji, chairman of the board, before Chena Cheng Omondi, commissioner of wards. Do you have the said person with us?
Yes,
You have the said person with us?
sorry?
Do you have the said person?
Yes.
Thank
He's
you.
around.
So we proceed to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Chairman and honorable members, my name is Diamond Lalji. I'm the chairman of Trident Insurance Company. Chairman.
Proceed.
My name is Luz Githini in Medical Division.
My name is Crispino Somuse, Medical Division.
My name is Catherine Jepchumba, care manager Eldoret.
My name is Piwat Gilbert, underwriter Eldoret branch.
Matthew Kamau, Trident Insurance Finance Department.
My name is Charity Nyambura, Trident Insurance Medical Division.
I'm Kipto Kosgei, Eldoret branch.
Thank you. Article 95. Article 95 of the Constitution of Kenya. Welcome, honorable member. Get seated. Article 95, we want to bring you to attention of this meeting that article county assembly power to summon witnesses. That is Article 195 of the Constitution of Kenya, Section 1. A county assembly or any of its committees has powers to summon any person to appear before it for the purposes of giving evidence or providing information. 2, for the purposes of Clause 1, an assembly has the same powers as the High Court to do what? 2, 1, enforce the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation or otherwise. Compel the production of documents, issue a commission or request to examine witnesses abroad. On the matter of public participation, that is Article 196 of the Constitution, public participation and county assembly powers, privileges and immunities. A county assembly shall conduct the business in an open manner and hold its sittings and those of committees in public. That is why this proceeding is live and it is being followed by all residents of this country and the users, the Uasin Gishu staff are following the entire proceedings. It is being followed by executive arm of government and other interested parties linked to. So whatever you are submitting, you must be aware that we are being followed live. In that respect, for the members who will be submitting to this committee will be put under hot, and I'm asking our legal team to under section 2, section 2A, enforce the attendance of witnesses of which you have attended and examining them on oath, affirmation or otherwise. Therefore, all the what you say here can be used in a court of law. There's those powers, and legal. The appointed, the person appointed, and the chairman, and any other officer that will be of submitting to this committee.
I, Diamond Lalji, do hereby solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this ad hoc committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, so God help.
Thank you. That is Lalji. We have Kipto Koske.
I, Kipto Koske, do hereby solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, so help me God.
Thank you. Do we have Biwot, Mr. Biwot Kilibat? Or any other officer? Biwot Kilibat?
Kilipat Biwot, we have hereby solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this ad hoc committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, so help me God.
Before you swear, you are?
Medical care manager.
Legal?
Medical.
Medical care manager.
Yes.
Thank you. Proceed.
I, Crispina Somuse, do hereby solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give before this ad hoc committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, so help me God.
Thank you. While we were proceeding, there was a member who arrived. And kindly introduce yourself.
Thank you, Chair. My name is Honorable Francis Muya Mwangi, member representing Langas Ward, an able member of this committee and the leader of minority.
Thank you. Thank you, the entire team. I want to give caution that in the first appearance of the representative of the company, the management were very much aware of the power of attorney, and the power of attorney donates the responsibility to perform all functions pertaining that donation. Whereas you are very much aware, you did send representatives that were not legally bonded by that power. That is why the committee read mischief and they had to send back the team. And that was a practice in disguise. And that is why we were asked to appear today. We thank you for having availed the right personnel. And in our letter dated 18th November, petition to address the county medical insurance cover to the insurance company. The above matter refers the county Assembly received a petition in relation to the Uasin Gishu County Medical Insurance Cover Trident Company. The County Assembly by resolution constituted an ad hoc committee on Tuesday, 10th September 2024 to investigate the above subject matter. Pursuant to the meeting held on 18th November 2024, the committee invites the management of Trident Insurance Company, chairman of the board of Trident Insurance Company Limited, Mr. Diamond Lalchi, Elore branch manager, Mr. Kiptok Oskei, as per the power of attorney, dated 10th July 2024, Eldoret underwriter, Mr. Biwot Kilbert, as well as any other relevant officer to appear before the Uasin Gishu County Assembly at the committee on Monday, 25th November 2024 at 9:30 a.m. at the County Assembly premises. The managing name of Trident Insurance Company Limited should appear before the committee with the contract between Uasin Gishu County and Trident Insurance Company, the contract between Trident Insurance Company and their listed services providers, hospitals, and any other relevant documents, evidence to address the petition. Enclosed is the petition for your perusal. So you are required to table what the letter meant, that is the contract. If you have the contract between you and the Uasin Gishu County, you came with it so that we can match with what we have. You need to table. You need to table the contract between the service providers. That is the listed hospitals in your contract. The listed hospitals that you listed when you applied for that contract. Their contract terms and the agreements and the day of signing of those contracts, you need to table them. All the listed service providers or those service providers within Eldoret city. And any other relevant documentary evidence to address the petition. We will read for you the petition so that you are aware.
Chairman, if you may.
Honorable Chepkonga, I can hear you. What's the matter?
Thank you, Chairman. I just wanted us to be fair to Lalji and the company, that we can enumerate what they need to table to us. I think in this order, table the contract between Trident Company and Uasin Gishu. That is the contract. Number 2, agreements or contracts between Trident Company and service providers here in Uasin Gishu, or major service providers, if you have. If you don't have, you just say you don't have. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. The Honorable Member is precise that the listed facilities, you table their terms of contracts so that in reference with the petition, we can refer to those contracts. And here, when they say table, you proceed to table. Thank you. Clerks, I think we will go through and make sure that you have a copy so that when we refer to those contracts,
and any other document that you may feel that it will help this committee come to its conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you. On Tuesday, 10th of September 2024, there is a petition to address the county medical insurance cover through the insurance company by petitioners. They wrote to the clerk of county assembly, county government of Uasin Gishu. It was received on 10th with the undersigned Kenya County Government Workers Union, KCGUW, Kenya National Union of Nurses, KNUN, and Kenya Union of Clinical Officers, KUCO, are all unions representing about 4,500 workers of Uasin Gishu County government, working in different departments as enshrined in Article 41A of Labor Relations and Act of 2007, We draw the attention of the County Assembly on the above-mentioned insurance company, which won the tender to procure medical services of the Uasin Gishu County workers. That the Employment Act 2007, Section 34(1) states an employer shall ensure that the provision of sufficient and proper medical care for his employees during illness and medical attention during critical or serious illness, in addition to SRC circular dated 19th of December 2024, clearly indicates the correct limits on all the medical conditions that the employees are suffering from. The main challenges as highlighted by workers are, I think you note, because directly you will go to answer the petition. Exclusion of major health facility service providers within Eldoret town or city, namely Eldoret Hospital, St. Luke Hospital, Top Hill Hospital, Life Care Hospital, MTRH, among others. Pre-authorization and communication to the insurance company by the service provider usually takes a long time. Introduction of sublimits on all medical conditions, violating the SRC approved limits. Many of the said hospitals are blacklisted Trident insurance company in offering services with them. I want to remind you that the term, that is a term used by the petitioners, and in cognizance of this house does not take in terms without approvals. So in our search, we have letters to the effect that there are hospitals like MTRH, a lot of hospitals and others have no legal contract as per the SLA at the moment. And you'll need to answer. You'll answer. You'll come to items one by one. You'll have your time, Lalji. And we will also go through those letters. Hope you are noting. Honorable members, that we as the representatives of workers outline the following efforts made in mitigating the above named gaps. We engage viable communication with the public service management leadership. We have made several written correspondence to the office of the county secretary and His Excellency the Governor on the matter. We have had one-on-one meetings with county management teams and His Excellency the Governor. We visited the excluded major health services providers to find out on their current status on the same, namely Eldoret Hospital, Life Care, Real Hospital, St. Luke Hospital, Top Hill Hospital, among other facilities. We have had several phone calls with the management of Trident Insurance Company just on the same matter, that the matter raised in this petition is not bending before any other court of law or any other constitutional body. Therefore, your humble petitioners pray that the county assembly should relook at the contract and determine as by the clauses that remedy and compare it with the issues raised by the petitioners. To compel or institute for a specific performance of the contract. To demand from the following hospitals to be included: Eldoret Hospital, St. Luke Hospital, Top Hill Hospital, Life Care Hospital, and MTRH. To call for immediate audit of money paid by the county government and utilized for payment by insurance company. Compel county government to reimburse the money used by the employees out of their own pockets in meeting medical services. Finally, county assembly to terminate or resign the contract and make recovery through performance bond. Thank you. Yours faithfully, Asan Wangwero, Isaac Kiptalam, David Martin, Glenn Kimutai, or a representative of those unions. They are signed. Therefore, Lalji, Trident Company, we are coming back to you. Honorable members, I think we will start from responding to petition. We also have communications from implementation committee, a committee formed by the county government of Uasin Gishu on your performance, and we'll also read so that you answer. But in the meantime, proceed with responding to the petitioners on the matters raised. Thank you. You use your mic.
Thank you, Chairman. If he had erred by not representing in the first meeting, it wasn't deliberate because the letter mentioned the management. So if you see the Insurance Act, the chairman is just a figurehead, right? So I was not able to make it on that meeting. Our apologies for that. Be as it may, Mr. Chairman, I would request Chris sitting next to me to make a presentation like one of the honorable member mentioned, and that papers are also submitted to your office for you to peruse. So with your permission, can I ask Mr. Chris to make a presentation to cover up most of the points which you raised.
Chris, proceed.
Thank you, Chair.
And Chris, I want you to refer to your contracts first as the petitioner.
Yes.
On articles and clauses of the contract.
Chair, you may, if I may, you may forgive me on pertaining the law part, but I'll just go straight. Amongst the petition, it was one of attachment you've made is the contract with the Uasin Gishu that you were given. It's amongst the attachments there when you were awarded. And then, if you may, I will proceed to the petition or the queries that were raised. One of them is concerning Eldoret Hospital. Amongst the attachment, we've included utilization report in that document, showing that even prior to us being awarded the contract, Eldoret Hospital was already seeing our clients. Upon getting the contract, members, Eldoret Hospital felt that they needed to renegotiate or at least get new terms after we were awarded this contract. And amongst the requirement was that they wanted a bank guarantee and cash deposits, of which was in contrary to the existing contract that we had because they were already seeing our clients. So at that time, and when the contract, we were awarded the contract, we had not been given the first chunk of undertaking, that is the money. So at that specific time, for that period, we were unable to do it to meet the requirement that they'd wanted, specifically that one, but they were seeing our clients. Secondly,
maybe Chair,
yes.
Just a clarification. I don't know unless if you have another copy of utilization, because what we have, there is no Eldoret Hospital, the one that we were given last week. It is a Life Care Hospital, Palm Care, Real, Akakan, Topil, St. Luke, City Hospital, Medill. And if there is another one, Chair, we need to know why. Why was it that the other time was not there?
Kindly utilization report that provides the member.
Yes.
Note that. I want to read.
Before you proceed, I would like Honorable Keitany to read for us the current names that they have come up with today and like what they had last time for recording.
And for your information, we are addressing the petition as per the date of the petitioners, the performance of the company as per the date of the petitioners, not as at now. As at now, you will give a report as at now. That is a way forward, that now, how are you performing since the petition was launched? But as per the date of petition, what was the status of performance or implementation of the contract?
Yes, Chair, the petition was dated on 18th November, the one that we received, and our responses is specifically based up to that date. The one that I'm having dated 18th November.
Yes, proceed.
And so the utilization reports and everything is inclusive up to that date.
Proceed.
Concerning St. Luke Hospital, we confirm that the hospital is up and running. We have an existing contract with them. Also, is amongst the attachment that we've included in the documents that we've tabled among, for you, Chair, and also recommendation letters and utilization reports also are attached there. Also, additionally, the facility is attending to our clients, namely Elders in Uasin Gishu County.
Point of order, Chair.
Yes, member.
Chair, I want the presenter to present to us the client of Uasin Gishu County, not the clients of other institutions.
I understand.
And you are addressing a particular contract, not contracts.
True. Forgive me.
Do you still remember the contract number?
I understand.
Kipto, where is Kipto?
Remember the contract number?
Do you remember the contract?
Maybe I'll check from my friend.
It's okay. So as
We
he
are not
proceeds-
addressing any other contract between
One.
Elders and Trident. We are not addressing any other contract between any other
institution.
In any other institution. We are addressing this particular petition.
Well understood.
And when you refer to those other contracts that we have existing contracts, this is not an existing contract. You need to enter into contract on this matter.
Well understood.
Yes.
Okay. Forgive me, please.
Chair, I think before he
Honorable
proceeds,
Chair, yes.
on the issues of utilization, I think it's good at least maybe we can get from him the copy that he's referring to, because even the one that he has given us, Honorable Chair, I'm not seeing Eldoret Hospital, because I've not gone through to see the MTRF, but also I think MTRH is not there. But what I've confirmed is that there is no Eldoret Hospital. So unless you can read for us, and then maybe, can you confirm, is this the copy that you are referring to? Or maybe you have a different copy?
And Chair, probably
Honorable members, let us have, yes.
the best way to answer this petition, he's not supposed to give us, go and check. No. Can you answer the issues raised by the petitioners? If they are talking that Eldoret Hospital is not there, can you prove that it is there?
It is there.
No, don't give us another assignment of flipping the pages to see whether it's true.
This
Just
it is
answer
specific.
as per the petition. Say it is there. This is the contract. This is the evidence. As
And
simple
to
as
provide the agreement between the hospital and them.
Thank you for your attention. Let me introduce the newly arrived members.
Yes, I'm Honorable Veronica, nominated MC, member to this committee.
Thank you, Chair.
Next member.
Thank you. I'm Honorable Celestine Mutai, special elect member of this committee.
Thank you. Mr. Lalji.
Mr. Chairman, can you give us a
Yes. Can you come up? Yes.
Yes, proceed.
I hope, honorable members, you can hear me.
Yes.
Chairman,
Is that mic switched on? Okay.
Chairman, I'd like to clarify, just to give the background information for the benefit of the members. Before we were awarded this contract, we had working relationship with all the hospitals in Eldoret. They were taking care of all our clients from counties surrounding Uasin Gishu. On the time we were awarded from Uasin Gishu County, hospitals in Uasin Gishu started singing one simple song, which we were surprised as well. And I think this should be recorded. They started asking for 5 million bank guarantee, 5 million cash deposit. Mr. Chairman, today we got the contract with Aga Khan Hospital, which is the biggest hospital in Kenya today, with outlets across the country. We give them the guarantee of 2 million. Here, the hospitals in Uasin Gishu started asking us this conditions, which we were not able to fulfill, because that was completely unexpected. And their argument was the claim ratio from the county is too high and we cannot take the risk. Now, why I'm mentioning that? I had a meeting with Eldred Hospital personally. I met the CEO.
Can you come clear? You say the time
Sorry?
ratio between the counties is too high.
Yes.
What do you mean?
The claim ratio from the counties is extremely high.
Yes.
So there will be more claims. So they wanted the comfort from us that money will be paid. I don't know the internal issues between the county and the hospitals, and I don't want to comment here because I'm not privy to it. But what I was told was that these are the simple facts. Now I will take you to the meeting I had with the CEO of Eldred Hospital and the credit controller. I personally visited them because we were surprised. Since 2020, they were taking care of all our patients from adjoining county of West Pokot, Busia, and Kakamega. All of a sudden, only to change and say, now this terms and condition doesn't apply. In fact, we had issued a nominal bank guarantee, and there were no issues at all. Right. When I met the
just
chairman,
a minute. Let him conclude. I'll come back to you, Honorable.
Mr. Chairman, can I finish, please?
Yes.
I think it's the benefit for the members and
Yes.
yourself.
Yes.
The truth has to be established.
Yes.
Why all of a sudden all the hospital, they sing the same song? 5 million cash deposit, 5 million bank guarantee. I met the chairman, like I said, I was mentioning, I met the CEO of Eldred Hospital with the credit controller. Same language. I was in that meeting, I said, what is your outstanding? We cleared. Now for your information, for Eldred Hospital, as we sit now, they still have our guarantee. So what stops them taking care of the clients from Uasin Gishu? That's the question I'm asking. They have a bank guarantee.
You need Honorable Member.
Chair,
We have,
can I finish?
let him finish. Let him
Please.
finish so that we
Let
will,
me finish.
You will,
I
we
think
will
the
take
background
Honorable
is
Shah.
important to discuss further on. The documents we have presented, there is a bank guarantee expiring in December. What stops them? If I don't pay, if Trident doesn't pay, they can encash the guarantee. So what stops them?
Yes. Let us go to Honorable Shah, and then we come to the reasons written by the hospitals. We will have our reasons.
Chair, my issue was the issue of time ratio. And bringing in county government, I think it is not in order because there was an agreement between the county government and the Trident, whereby it is now the Trident to have the contract with the hospitals. There is nowhere the county should appear because it's like a contract between me and Lalji now. So if it was a service that it was given by maybe Honorable Muya should not appear anywhere because Honorable Muya is going to pay me immediately and then I proceed. So if the county is paying you and as per the agreement, you are to be paid half of it. And then after 6 months, the balance should be paid. So if the county has paid you, why should the name of the county of Uasin Gishu appear?
Mr.
That is it, Honorable. Just be noting your questions. You will not be going direct. Just be noting the concerns, and the members
Chair,
need introduce themselves so that you could be aware of who are the members. I want to give you the response. I want my vice chair to read the response from Eldoret Hospital. I'll read the response from MTRH, and we will read the response from Life Care, and on the dates, on the reasons why they could not agree with you.
Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Chair, a point of concern. Before you read out the letters from the facilities that we have in our possession, I want to believe Mr. Lalji, after that song being sung well, all over the hospitals in Uasin Gishu County, or even outside, did you do further research to try and understand why is this common song being sung and it's now a chorus? Did you, and if so, what was the answer? Because you said there was a common song and we have heard that song. So kindly, maybe before you read out the letter, let him tell us after doing his own personal research.
Order, Chair.
That is, honorable members, there is a letter that will give us answers. Kindly, honorable Chepkonga.
Chair.
Hold on your horses.
Chair.
A minute, honorable member. I've seen, honorable member, I've seen you. Let me read the letter. Or let our vice chair read the letter. We'll
I'm
come
also
to you.
requesting that
I know it's hot.
You don't go to the letter first. It is my request that you don't go to the letter first, Honorable Chair, so that you accommodate what the members are asking.
Yeah.
And if you may allow me, Chairman, Mr. Lalji.
Let me give you to proceed. You've given
Thank you,
yourself
Chairman.
that, yeah.
Thank you, Chairman. Mr. Lalji, I am a member of Lions Club of Eldoret. Now that I have heard you say that let's speak the truth. And it is one of the virtues of our membership. I hope you are one. Mr. Lalji, when the song was repeated severally from the major hospitals in Uasin Gishu, making it difficult for Trident company to work with those hospitals, have you communicated back to Uasin Gishu that you are not able to offer these quality services here in Eldoret because of the impending demands by other hospitals? I just want, if there is any reply, or if there is any undertaking, or if there is any step you've made to county government of Uasin Gishu, telling them I'm not able to, or my company cannot procure services from Eldoret Hospital, cannot procure services from MTRH, cannot procure services from St. Luke, cannot procure services from Real Hospital. I just want to know if you've made that in the name of the truth. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable, note that one. I will have 3 and then we'll come back to you.
Thank you, Chair. My concern goes to the Chair, and I think he should avoid making those blanket statements, because he's mentioning that all the hospitals. So I'm just left to wonder, which are these all the hospitals? Number 2, the Chair has said that he had an engagement with the CEO of the Eldoret Hospital. So before the Vice Chair of the committee tables the letter, I would like to ask the Chairman that was it an official meeting? Do you have any evidence to that effect, or it was just an engagement?
Thank you.
The meeting that you had with the CEO.
Thank you. And finally, Lalji, Chairman, did the hospital address Uasin Gishu County demanding the bond, or they addressed Trident company? Did the facilities that you say they demanded a 5 million bond bank guarantee address Trident company, or they addressed Uasin Gishu County government? That is 1. 2, does the requirement for the bank guarantee, has it impeded your performance of the contract? And if so, have you breached the contract as per the clause 15 and 16 of the contract?
Thank you, Chairman.
Take one by one, answer, members.
I made a point, but in case if I forget any of your issue raised by honorable members, please advise me. Now, I'll start with Eldoret Hospital. Like I said, I personally visited the hospital. I maintain my statement. I met the CEO. He can be summoned and asked whether it's true or not. I'm under oath. I'm not lying. This was the condition, what I mentioned earlier. Now, other member raised an issue. Question was, did I officially write? This is a business relationship between the hospital and Trident. County is nowhere involved. That's not within the contract. Yes. This point I think Mr. Chairman is understood. So this is the relationship between Trident and Eldoret Hospital. I had a meeting with the CEO. and the credit controller, and this what transpired, what I mentioned earlier. Number two, now other hospitals keep coming. I'm not addressing this individual, but Eldred Hospital came up, so we were addressing it. Eldred Hospital. As my colleague mentions at the hospital, we'll start on that. Number two, as a general thing referring to the contract.
Members, the member asked, what you say there's a song. What other hospitals or facilities, which other hospitals did ask for bank guarantee of 5 million? Can you give us the names? This is, you are on answer and on record. And this is out of House of Evidence.
Mr. Chairman, I will tell you, it was St. Luke's.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Now, interestingly, for MTHR, I was given the information they wanted 5 million cash deposit.
From who?
MTHR.
Whose information? Written information?
One of the staff of MTHR by the name of Henry.
Do we have a letter?
No. He mentioned they will open up. They will open up. I approached the CEO. I called the CEO. I also briefed him. I said, why are you asking 5 million? He referred me to the legal officer of MTHR with which we have signed the contract already. We have given them the guarantee. We have signed the contract. We have a meeting with them this afternoon, physical meeting. So this is MTHR.
Address the matter as of the petition date. The matters of today is a way forward issue.
Chair, I want the chairman of Trident to tell us the truth. He is telling us right now that they have an agreement to sign with MTRH today. Last week, when we were here, the representative you did send said they are going to sign
this afternoon.
This afternoon. So which afternoon are we talking about? The last week afternoon or the afternoon of today?
Mr. Chairman,
if I may, kindly, amongst the attachments that we have there, there is a current contract that we have already signed. It's no longer about when it is there. It's
that is way forward now. Okay. Let us address the matters at 18th. As per the petition.
Yeah, please.
Yes. Proceed.
They are saying there was an existing contract with these facilities. Is that what you're trying to say? It was there. Now, can you tell us the reason why it could not serve the people of Uasin Gishu County now? Because you said it's there, or it was there. What is wrong with this kind of employees of Uasin Gishu County?
Mr. Chair, can I just come in? We, MTHR, were taking care of our patients before we were awarded the contract for county. Okay?
Let me allow me. Let me give my answer then. The reply.
Huh?
Okay. Kindly members, let us execute from this end. Because
I have learned the language. I want us to appreciate the truthfulness of Mr. Lalji. Please, and he comes from another tradition which is not very similar with the rules of this house. Let us allow him to speak. The problem I have seen is that we are counter-attacking him. I want him to enjoy the privilege of having undivided attention to respond to us. Give him enough time to respond. And Chairman,
thank you, Honorable Member.
There is one thing I want to add. There is one thing I want to add. Of the letters, Chairman, from those other facilities. Now, that is for us. What Mr. Lalji is saying is that there is a song. There is a general gang up by these facilities against Trident Company being awarded the tender to offer insurance cover to our employees. Now, don't let us focus on that. Let us work with him.
Thank you. Been heard. Lalji, can you proceed?
Thank you, Chairman, and I'm grateful to Honorable Member. He says he's a member of Lions Club. for your information, I was the president of Rotary Club. So we share the same principle. And Chairman, I'm not here to lie. At my age of 80 years, I'm not here to lie.
It is this committee to find out whether you are lying or not. It is not
the allegations
to
are being
declare.
made. I just want to correct
Yes,
it.
proceed.
I was
Proceed.
not born to lie.
Proceed,
Please.
Honourable Member.
I just want to make it a statement very clear. I'm telling the truth, what we hear in the
Proceed
market.
on the matter,
Yes,
Honourable
I'm proceeding.
Lalji, Chair. Yeah.
Chairman, I'm proceeding. Like I mentioned, my experience, my personal experience with Eldoret Hospital, it can be confirmed by summoning the CEO in this chamber, whether that meeting took place or
Proceed.
not.
Proceed.
They had the bank guarantee, so there was no reason for them, if any patient went there, to refuse the service. The guarantee is still valid until December this year. That's Nairobi Hospital. St. Luke's, they demanded what I mentioned, the guarantee 5 million and the cash 5 million. Right? This is St. Luke's. MTHR, they were, before the contract, they were taking care of our patients from other counties. After that, like I said, one called Henry, I got his number, we can summon him. He said they need 5 million deposit. Until I got access to the CEO, who introduced me to the legal officer, and with the legal officer, we finalized a contract. They wanted 2 million guarantee. We have given them 2 million guarantee. This afternoon at 2 o'clock, we are supposed to have a meeting with them. Yes, proceed. Now, third point was raised, payment from the county of Uasin Gishu. Mr. Chairman, insurance business is upfront. By law, when you tender, you got to have money in your kitty. When we signed the contract, we were told we can pay you 50%, that was to be paid in July, 50% after 6 months, like one honorable member mentioned. The installment of July was paid in October. So who financed them from July to October? It was Trident. We ended up borrowing from the bank at 25% interest to pay whatever we could to the service providers. We did our best. Now, the reason we agreed for 6 months, we know there was an issue in the country. We all know that. So we said, fine, we'll accommodate. It's not only Uasin Gishu, other counties as well, we accommodated them. Only to find out with the hindsight, that was our mistake. We should have insisted upfront cash payment. Right? So this is the reason when one of the honorable member mentioned about the payment. This is what the situation.
And proceed on the other issue.
Now, next installment is due in December. We hope and pray we are paid. That would solve all the problems we have. What we have to make arrangement with the hospital at the moment, we defer the payment. We say, we'll give you payment not on the due date. After auditing, after checking, on such and such a day, we'll pay you. We delay their payment. Our payment was delayed, consequently, we delayed our suppliers. But maybe if you receive the letters, it will be the complaint on payment, which we accept. We are not denying it.
So you accepted there is a breach of
There is
terms.
a delay, yes. There is a delay.
And that led to the sufferings of the staff.
Well, suffering of the staff, if you had any information, my team is here because they are constantly in touch with the county government. I think it's HRD. I'm not involved in the nitty-gritty, but they are always involved.
If you are true to your statement, is that you borrowed from the bank?
Yes.
At 25% to
Yes.
take care in the very months, to take care of those hospitals.
Correct.
But at the same time, the same hospital did not provide service to the people who was in Gishu.
Well, that
while you've borrowed,
Mr. Chairman,
and you allude,
I disagree with
be a listener. I'm speaking. When you've borrowed and you've paid the hospitals, it is only you who are waiting money from the county government. Between you and the hospitals, it is paid, but the services are not provided. And we will read to you an implementation report on the same matter, so that from the eye of the county government, the implementation committee, or on the performance of the contract, is here with us. Yes. No, the implementation report. Give me the implementation. So it is very clear. So, Lalji, this is the response from County Government of Uasin Gishu. Minutes of Implementation Committee on Staff Medical Insurance Company, on Staff Medical Insurance for financial year 24-25, meeting held on 12th of August. This is outlines how the performance of the company. The meeting, the implementation committee constitutes of 7 members: Nathan Koech, Chair; Boniface Jeruyat, Legal Counsel; Sharon Mulongo, Member; Wasike Wanyama, Admin Officer; Justin Rotich, Member; Alex Abai, Member; Evans Kimutai. On its report, the introduction, the chairperson called the meeting to order at 3 p.m. with a word of prayer from Sharon Mulongo. Thereafter, members were taken to ask to introduce themselves. In his opening remarks, the chairperson thanked all members attending the meeting, despite the short notice. He read through the duties and expectations of the committees as outlined in the appointment letters issued to each other. Report from the tender committee. The committee received a brief from the 3 members of the tender evaluation committee on staff of medical cover, where it was reported that tender advertisement attracted 6 bidders by close of submission date. The bidders included AAR Insurance, First Assurance Company, Madison's, Star, Alliance Insurance, and Trident Company. Upon initial evaluation, 2 bidders, namely First Assurance Company Limited and Star Discovery Insurance Limited, were found non-responsive and were therefore dropped, leaving the other 4 bidders to proceed with the technical evaluation. Kenya Alliance and Trident Insurance met the pass mark score and were considered for financial evaluation, where Trident was found to be the lowest bidder and therefore being the successful bidder. Subsequently, then, Trident Insurance was contracted by the county via contract number CGU/PSM/T/7 2023-2024 dated 2nd of July 2024. The committee unanimously approved the tendering process was above board and that the contract terms were well negotiated by the county. Minute number 2, implementation status of the staff medical cover. This is where now the eyebrows were raised. The chair led a team in reviewing the performance of Trident's company for the period July 2023 to August 11, 2024, taking into consideration the terms and conditions of services as provided by the contract. The committee noted with concern a number of challenges experienced at the initial phase of implementation. The committee highlighted the following issues to be addressed by insurance. The county staff cannot access services in majority of the facilities provided by Trident Insurance Company in the tender document. So in your tender document, you provided facilities, but in the in implementation, they could not access. Lack of services from major hospitals such as St. Luke's, Eldoret Hospital, Real Hospitals, and Topel Hospital has affected staff medical services. Currently, staff receiving very limited services in Life Care Hospital, Avenue Hospital, and Palm Care Hospital. This is in contravention to Section 15 of the contract, which states that the service provider commits to, at all times during the subsistence of this contract, ensure that all facilities in Annex 2 that you provided of the tender document provide medical services to the county staff, of which to date, it is today that even MTRH will be starting, and the hospital has not started. We are halfway here. That on Friday, 9th August 2020, the patient who is a child, name withheld, to principal members who are both our staff visited Life Care Hospital for treatment, which required an operation. The total cost was Kenya shilling 200, but the insurance approved only Kenya shillings 110,000, despite the inpatient limit for both patients being 1.5 million each. The patient was turned away from the hospital despite the county intervening on the matter. Failures to facilitate treatment goes against Section 14 of the contract, which states that all services, including chronic and pre-existing condition, shall be fully covered. As per Salaries and Remuneration Commission, limits, and there shall be no sub-limits on any conditions. So you introduce sub-limits on this matter, and in your contract, it was open, there was no sub-limits. In your policy, there was no sub-limits as per the SRC, and you did not adhere to SRC provisions. 3, there has been a concern over time taken for the insurance to approve requests from hospital for staff treatment, which has led to the officers at the county to follow up with the insurance for approval. Despite these follow-ups, the insurance has not resolved the matter, as some requests take up to 5 hours to get feedback from insurance. Example, on 12th August 2024, Evans Kiprotija staff reported to Life Care Hospital at 12 noon for treatment. He was asked to wait approval from technical and had to wait for the whole day. This led to our officers intervening by making a follow-up with an email at 31 hours of the patient to be attended. Copy of email attached. The failure to respond on time goes against Section 23 of the contract that states the service provider shall strictly adhere to the targets set in the tender document. These include timely response to approvals requested from hospitals. Section 26 of the tender provides that for the inpatient services, the services provider shall consider a facility that is NHIF accredited. Then, contrary, the only inpatient facility currently accepting Trident insurance cover is Life Care Hospital, which is not an NHIF accredited hospital. This is affecting staff treatment and is against the provision of this contract. That the service provider should not wait for follow-up by the providing entity in order to facilitate treatment whenever county staff visits the hospitals. Recommendations from the implementation committee, and this is a committee of the county government of Uasin Gishu. The committee recommended the following: that all the concerns raised be addressed by the service provider immediately for the smooth running of the scheme. That the insurance should consider having a designated care manager to handle county staff medical scheme. That the county should meet its obligation as per the contract, including making payment due for the services provider on time. There being no other business, it was signed. So, Lalji, from this letter, you can vividly find out that the staff of this county are suffering. And from the implementation report, findings of the county government of Uasin Gishu is that the company is not performing to its expectation and as per the contract. You have yourself accepted that there are issues with hospitals. And since you have issues of deposits, of securities, what's your take? Because people are suffering. Will you comply with the requirements of the hospital, or if not, if you are not complying with the requirement of the hospital, then you discharge the contract because services are not being offered?
Can I respond, Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
We have not seen any letters of complaint or anything from the county government of Uasin Gishu. This is the first time I'm hearing. There are cases mentioned. We are working 24 hours. Now, if those cases were brought to our attention, we would have replied today. These particular incidents, what you mentioned.
So you are not in receipt of any letter?
We are not in receipt of this communication at all.
We have.
The chairman, is chairman aware of approval time, whereby a patient, when goes to the hospital, like you go at 8, you wait for 5 to 6 hours for approval? Is the company aware of that? Because if it's an emergency, I'm being taken to the hospital. Yeah, the doctor cannot see me if the approval has not been done, and that is one of the complaints our staff did make. Yeah, are you aware of that delay of approval?
Thank you. I'll pass on to Chris. He's in charge.
Thank you, Madam. There are several factors that are normally involved when it comes to approvals or pre-authorizations. One, all of us here understand that when you go to a medical facility, there are certain procedures that the facility has to follow. If there's any medic amongst us, understand that there's what we call as triaging. Now, if you went to a facility, for instance, at 8, the facility will attend to the most need cases first. And it also first come, first serve basis. Now, the time taken for a patient to get into hospital and the time taken for the same pre-authorization to be sent to us, we totally have no control over that. Because one, client has a choice of facility they want to attend or what they want to go to if it's not an emergency case. And if they
Almost
went, I'm coming.
Point of order. Point
Yes.
of order.
Yes.
All of us, we have been patients. Yeah?
Yes, I get
The
it.
first place, the trials, is where you go and do your finger, isn't it? And immediately, that is where the approval starts. Before you are even given to see the doctor, before you are sent to the lab, before anything else. Leave alone queuing. You will queue, yes, but when you get to that trials, when you start the medication, you start by putting your finger in the machine to authorize you to be given medication. Unfortunately, the Trident company, they take up to 5 hours to approve that Rebecca is our client. Supposing that client is an emergency, that was my question.
Okay, we have agreed with the facilities that emergency cases be treated as emergency cases and communication can follow later on. But what I'm saying is that when it comes to, you are right, there are some facilities whereby they run the biometrics first, asking for membership details. Rebecca, you've gone there. They tell you, kindly validate the membership of Rebecca. And we send the validation. Now, after they do the validation, now the other processes now following up or proceeding the management of Rebecca to conclusion is now what now normally does what? Delays. I'm a medic myself. I get the frustration that clients go through because at times we even have to follow up to call the facilities that why are you taking this longer time? We did approve this. In one of the attachments we have there, we've indicated there the average time taken to respond to outpatient cases, inpatient cases, and discharges. They're amongst the attachments that we made. But we understand that at time, for instance, currently, we are still receiving dependent details. Because when the county began, we were first of all given what? Principal data. Then the dependent data followed later on.
Chairman. Chair.
Before you give a honorable Chepkonga, you know, Daktari, I'm happy that you are a doctor. And my question was just simple. Yeah? I have a medical cover, which is not Trident. What is so special about Trident that takes 5 hours for approval? The other insurance companies that we are members, yeah? You just go there, in less than 15 minutes, they have approved for you for medication. What is so special or what is wrong with Trident? That is my question. But if you tell me that I know you're a doctor, yes, but you cannot give me medication when the Trident has not approved. Sure. And the first place for approval is the trials, not the medication.
Chairman. Thank you. Thank you, Chair. And I just wanted to reframe the question from my Vice Chair. That has Trident received a complaint from Uasin Gishu County on the time that it takes for you to approve? Do you have any such complaint? If there is no, tell us. If there is, then we will act on it.
Honestly, we do not have that complaint because we work hand in hand with the HR. Okay.
Please, Daktari, I want you to be very cautious. We just want to pick the answer, not the story. We are only interested with the answer. Have you received any complaint from Uasin Gishu County on the time it takes for you to approve? Has it been documented. Have you received?
No.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Proceed,
Thank you, Honorable Member. I want to
Order,
bring to your
Chair.
attention, just a minute.
1 minute.
Just a minute, I'll give you, Honorable Member. Thank you. All to your host. I want to notify you that on the 18th of October, a reference to the manager, Trident Insurance Company, there's a reminder of medical profession performance. This is a letter to you. These are the email addresses. You have the emails with you, and you have the replies from you, and also from the medical, the life care, where this matter was rested. Mr. Lalji, you might not be aware of what's happening in Eldoret. It's a disservice to your company. And I want to read the communication to the manager. The manager is here, Eldoret, that is Kipto.
Yes, I'm here.
And I want you to confirm whether you are in receipt of this letter or not. Dated 18th October. The manager, Trident Insurance Company Limited, PO Box 55651 Eldoret. Reminder of medical provision performance. Reference made to the letter of Uasin Gishu UGC BCSM 2024-2023 stroke 348. I think you are noting the file. Dated 21st August 2024 on the above subject matter. The issue raised in the above letter addressed to the management of Trident have not been resolved to date. That you're telling us you have no letters. Furthermore, our effort to reach over to your office through phone or email have not been successful. No response to emails, no response to phone calls. Kindly provide comprehensive feedback on why the county is still unable to effectively use cover in various hospitals, among other concerns raised in our letter. We'll appreciate if the above feedback is provided. 14 days. The 14 days lapsed with no response. Yours faithfully, Chief Officer, Public Service Management, Chelagati Rob. And this is the second letter. The first letter,
do you acknowledge having received that letter? Yes. First?
That is Kipto, not Lalji.
Yes, I'll confirm from the office. Kindly.
And that letter was addressed to the manager?
Because from my
Mr. Lalji, you have issues with the office.
From my mail, I've never seen that.
Secondly, the manager, Trident Insurance Company, medical provision performance.
Before you proceed,
just
I just want Kipto to tell us, do you rely on only letters from your email or even hand delivery? Because most of the government letters are done through hand delivery and followed by emails. And sometimes even emails do not work. But hand delivery, I believe so. So you have not
For
seen it
your
in office?
information,
Yeah,
there's an email, there is an email address that were used. This letter is dated 26 August. The manager, Trident Insurance Company Limited, medical provisions. The medical insurance cover starts its operations. The medical insurance cover starts its operation on 22nd July 2024. Since its inception, the county has had some challenges in administration and performance of the medical insurance cover. This prompted the Medical Insurance Monitoring Committee to have a meeting, which was held on 12th August 2024, and the following attached challenges were observed with recommendations. Kindly address the mentioned challenges as soon as possible so that the staff can continue enjoying the medical services as per the contract agreement. That was signed by Ambrose Keitarus, the Chief Officer then. And that was the report on the implementation committee that was attached. On that date, it was not responded. It came by via email. It was not responded. There was a reminder letter after 14 days. It was not responded, and no action. And we can provide the emails.
Emails, yeah.
See that?
Yes, can I read one?
There is one from
to
to Life Care on the matter of NHIF,
There is one for
of
St.
which
Luke.
they totally refused that NHIF, they are not accredited with NHIF and they cannot treat the patients.
So, Chair, thank you. Thank you, Chair. Allow me to read members. This is an email that was done Joy Chepchumba Meli. And I believe Chepchumba is your staff, isn't it? Are you the Chepchumba or this is a different one? Oh, it's a patient. So this is a letter that reads, hello, the above patient had broken a hand yesterday. The request for treatment was sent yesterday at 9 p.m. But till now, there is no reply for approval. This is an emergency. The approval has been taken long, up to 24 hours. This is somebody who has broken a leg, a arm, something like that. And it is 24 hours, no approval from Trident. Kindly let us know the reason for the delays. Regards. Justin Rotich, the human resource was in Gishu County. Another patient called Nathan Koech. Hello, Brenda and team. We have noted with concern the delays in responding to the request for authorization to start treatment. Our staff. Oh, that's a reply. Oh, that's a reply from the director, sorry. We have noted with concern the delays in responding to the request for authorization for staff treatment. Our staff have been camping at the facility for the whole day, and our effort to reach over to you has not been successful. Your failure to respond to our emails, text messages, and calls portrays lack of commitments towards supporting our staff and your obligation. Your request, we request that you address these concerns immediately. Another one, let me just read a few. I don't want to read. Yeah? This is the response?
Yeah, the response. Those are emails, huh?
Those are emails. The response
Will
is which
serve
one
you.
now? Here.
Baron?
To
These are
Trident.
emails addressed to Trident and Life
the
Care.
facility.
The two.
I will give you.
We will
Let me
serve
just
you with
read.
it.
There is this response. This case reached our desk yesterday and we responded immediately. Since yesterday, we have been in communication with the hospital for the procedures. They covered partially by NHIF as well. So I don't take it kindly when I hear that the emails are not being responded to, because personally have been handling the case. There is no way we will undertake the bill in full without NHIF. They must let us know how much the scheme has also undertaken. They haven't done so. We are waiting. Now, this is a facility.
That is the facility now?
Chairman.
Life Care?
Chairman, we are deficient of service from the office of the Sergeant at Arms. And
You need the copies?
Now, members, can you allow me to give it out for copies so that we can give the team from Trident to read and also each member to have a copy? Koech, please.
Now, Chairman, on that alone, Chairman, because of I want us not to miss the flow of our engagement. It is evident that Trident Company is in communication with Uasin Gishu County on how to handle patient and the delays. And Daktari here said, we have not seen any complaint. And the manager is not helping us more further. He has said he is not aware of any communication. Now, who is this? The lady who responded, is she a member of staff? We want to know.
Thank you, sir. We have also noticed that the emails are being sent to one of our staff who is no longer with us, because that's why I get the communication most of the time, because I'm seeing here.
My friend, it is the duty of the company to communicate with the county government of Uasin Gishu on the changes of staff. Those are the contacts you give to county government, the contact person, and since the departure, have you communicated to the county government on the changes of the staff?
That's why, Mr. Speaker, no, we have not.
You have not?
Now,
So whose fault is that?
Don't worry, Chairman, about whose fault.
Order, honorable member.
You know, it is
Yeah.
good.
What I'm trying to say is that we have other channels of communication that we normally use on a daily basis. That's why I'm I'm not privy to that. That's why, honestly, because with Justin we speak daily on cases how they come, we communicate via phone, via
It is the
emails.
duty of the company to communicate to the user department on its communication channels, the staff and their email addresses.
Noted, sir.
The county government are using duly given names and the communication email addresses that you give as a company. So when you have not notified the county government, then it is the company in default. That is the management. And I want to ask Lalji that there are matters in Eldoret that you can find it very clearing right now before you hear. That there are communications that are made by the government. It is reaching the desk. It has not been responded to. And this committee will find its report well. Honorable members, there are summary questions we want to give, and I want to ask members if you have questions. You can raise questions, starting with Honorable Amos.
Same here. Thank you, Chair. Thank you for the direction that you've given, but I would not wish us to hurry. There is one Mr. Koske who has said candidly is not aware of any communication from the county. Put off your mic because you will interfere with my communication, which are designed to cut the flow of information. Chair, I want to say that let him answer, and you will prove that indeed there was a communication. Number two, Mr. Chris said that this issue of pre-authorization, the delay in responding to authorizing members of staff from Uasin Gishu County to proceed on with their treatment. You said one, the priority of attending is one most needy case and probably first come, first serve. In the email that's been read out to you, there was someone who had a broken arm. Can you tell us, according to you, is that an emergency or not? And if it is an emergency, why did it have to take 24 hours for it to get attention? That is from your own words, and it's on record. Thank you.
You getting it well? Yeah, because on matters emergency. And the Honorable Deputy Chair wanted, we want to put up our Goske.
Yes, Chair.
Can you share with us the communication since the contract was ended that you've had from county government?
Yes, Chair. Thank you for this opportunity. As Mr. Honorable Amos, who happens to be my MCA, has put it clear that there was communication which was sent to us. But let me put it clear that I would wish to know if there was somebody, because most of the time we used to be communicating with Justin. That is the person who normally takes me the communication. Even we talk via mails, but for that one, for the complaints, to be sincere, it never reached my desk.
It does never reach his desk.
Kindly.
Can you share the communication you've had? Koske? No, not from Lalji. From your end, do you have any communication since after entering into contract? Any other communication that you've received from county government?
Yeah, there are some from Justin, which normally I forward to the medical team.
Over?
Over the mail.
Over what? What was the issue?
This one for WIPA. Another one.
Can you share via email to our staff, to our secretariat? Close next to you is. Can you share all the attachments?
Yeah, I will do, Chair. I will.
Please. Fine. Lalj, I want to take you to Eldoret Hospital, back to Eldoret Hospital for your consumption and for your team. There was a reply to the clerk of the county assembly from Eldoret Hospital on a letter written by the county government of Uasin Gishu, County Assembly of Uasin Gishu, stroke ad hoc committee of 105. Request for information on Trident medical insurance cover. This was on the October 24th. Dear Sir, Madam, we are very humbled to have received the letter from you regarding the above matter. As a hospital and the management of hospital, we are always open to doing business with Uasin Gishu County and its partners, as we have been doing it to the past 50 years of Eldoret Hospital. We do not have any major issues with Uasin Gishu County and its members from accessing health services at our facilities. We are privileged and honored to have them as our clients and are always willing to serve them well. As for Trident Insurance Company, we have been providing health care to their clients for the many years and have not had any major issues. At present, the only reason we have suspended their account is due to non-payment of medical claims, which we are in talks and progressing well. We should be able to resume business within the next 10 working days as we sign a new medical service agreement with them. A new service agreement. That tells you there is no service agreement with Eldoret Hospital concerning this contract, not any other contract. You might be having with other entities, but on this, we would like to ensure the County Assembly and the Uasin Gishu County that Eldoret Hospital management team of doctors and staff are always available to provide medical services and support to all members and any given time. We thank you for continued support, faith and trust to provide quality medical treatment and services in these members. You find that? You are now finding the main thing is non-payment of claims by Trident Company on patients from any other entity that is subject to Trident Insurance Company. 2, on MTRH, request for information on Trident medical insurance cover. Reference is met to your communication dated 26 September 2024, seeking information on above medical cover for your staff and the beneficiaries, which we wish to respond as outlined. Why Uasin Gishu employees cannot access medical services under medical cover with Trident Insurance Company? Access to medical services by corporate entities in MTRH is covered by formal agreements, as service level agreements, SLA, which contain standardized requirements which guide technical teams in provision of services. Can you note that presently MTRH does not have any valid agreement with Trident Insurance Company. That is as at 30th September, not that as now. There might be any progress or any other thing, but this petition is addressed as that date. Does not have any valid agreement with Trident Insurance Company, insurer, to facilitate access to medical services by beneficiaries of schemes under the insurer. For your information, there was an agreement between MTRH and Trident Insurance in the past. However, it expired on 2nd December 2022. So when you are applying and listing MTRH as one of in your Annex 2, and very much aware that the contract expired in 2nd December 2022. Those were misrepresentation of facts and obtaining the service, the award falsely, contrary to the constitution of this country, and was neither renewed nor extended from 2nd December 2022. Consequently, until MTRH and the insurer formalize agreement, we are constrained to provide services to your staff under the cover you presently have with the insurer. Whether or not MTRH has partnered with Trident company, as stated above, the SLA between MTRH and Trident Insurance Company expired on 2nd December 2022. We were, however, recently approached by the company through their representative, Mr. Diamond Lalji, seeking formalization of access to service at MTRH, which I think that is what you are saying is ongoing. We are agreeable to the insurance request and have since shared the hospital's requirements and SLA for their review and compliance. We are waiting the insurer compliance in order to move to the next and final step of formalizing the SLA. Reasons, if any, as to why MTRH has not partnered with the company. Kindly note, we are awaiting provision of the requisite documents by Trident to finalize the process of signing an SLA. Since the documents requested are standard mandatory requirements, formalization of agreements will only be undertaken once Trident Insurance Company complies. We are nonetheless hopeful that the process will be concluded soon to enable your staff and beneficiaries to access MTRH services. We thank you for your cooperation and look forward to a cordial working relationship. Sincerely, Philip Kirwa, CEO, Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital.
On addition, Chairman, the agreement that you made, number 15, states the service provider commits to all times during subsistence of this contract, ensure that all the facilities in Annex 2 of the tender document provide medical services to county staff. Number 16, parties agree that failure by the service provider to ensure that the medical facilities referred to in clause 15 shall constitute a material breach of contract. So in this regard, Honorable House, a breach of contract has been realized.
And Chair, as you proceed to determine whether there was a breach or not, when Mr. Lalchi made his first statements, he said very well that there was a common song, national anthem, I don't know if a national anthem, but hospital anthems.
Oh, no, member. The national anthem is
common anthem. Sorry. I withdraw my statement. There was a common song.
Facilities anthem.
That is it. I think that is the better term. He said one of the contents of that song was one, payment guarantee of 5 million, bank guarantee of 5 million. Number two, stanza 2 of that song was a requirement of payment of 5 million in cash. In the response by Eldoret Hospital, it is about non-payment of claims by Trident, maybe with other clients. With Moi Teaching and Referral, it is about there was no pending agreement at them. It had expired on 22nd December 2022. Before you bid it for this tender, and it is well stipulated in the tender document that you must be qualified. When the word qualified, which means you meet the bare minimum requirements of your client. So in this note, I want to agree with the Vice Chair by saying, or with the Chair, that you really misrepresented, or the better term is you lied while you were expressing your interest for this tender. Because your song now is neither there nor here. Your song has been dismissed.
Thank
and
you.
we trusted the response from the institutions.
Thank you, Honorable Member. Chair.
I want Chair, I want the Honorable Chair
to
be aware.
I'll give you time.
Chair, I want the Trident team, led by their chairman, to know that when we are doing our introduction, we did introduce somebody called a researcher. And that is the business of this Honorable House. We investigate, we research, and get all information before we sit and table them in this house. So whatever we have read here, it is an investigation we did with our researcher, with the county assembly, And that is exactly what the other facilities are saying. Not about the 5 million and the other requirements you are telling us, which was fable. There was no document.
Mr. Chairman, can I come
Thank you, Lalji. Address the matters that have been raised. Address the matters that have been, the letters that are before us. Those are formal communication from those facilities. And address it as at accusation of the contract and to the time of petition.
Mr. Chairman,
yes,
I mentioned earlier.
Chair, point of order. As he continues, you know, I've listened keenly.
Honorable Muya, what is it, Honorable Member?
Yes, I've listened keenly. And whatever I wanted, I expected to hear from Trident is not coming out. And before he proceeds with the direction, he needs to withdraw and apologize on the issue of 5 million bank guarantee, 5 million cash deposit. If there is no substantiation by a document that you have read for him from facility, then we call it as hearsay. Then he needs to withdraw and apologize so that we proceed. Because he just said, and in the assembly, we only deal with facts that can be substantiated with a document. Does he have those documents, or he withdraw by withdrawing and apologizing so that we can proceed? Thank you.
Honorable Muya, I'll take you to Koski. You are the main appointed person to act on behalf of this contract. Do you have communication to the effect of bank guarantee of 5 million from the said facilities?
Thank you, Chair. As far as that is concerned, I will allow my boss
My
to
friend,
respond.
my Koskei, there is a sworn affidavit. Did you read the affidavit, or you are just appointed?
Yes, I read it, Chair. The reason why
Kindly, do your desk, do you have the communications? Or you want us to reread the for you?
Kindly.
Where is it?
Do it.
Chairman.
Just hold on. We have. Lalji, did you appoint somebody who is not responsible in his capacity, in your capacity to act on your behalf?
Mr. Chairman, can I be allowed to comment, please?
Yeah, you are allowed.
Yeah,
But
you know, the accusation being made, apologies, I am not lying, honorable member. I'm not here to lie.
Honorable Lalji, address the chair and for your case.
No, Mr.
Honorable Lalji, Mr.
Chairman.
Lalji. Mr.
We can
Lalji.
also come in here.
Order.
We can also come in. We were listening keenly. He said that we are saying that he is lying. And I can repeat it 100 times. If he's not lying, can he table his allegations of the 5 million?
Order, honorable members. Order, let us be orderly. Mr. Lalji, this house of evidence, the only simplest thing you have been asked for, your verbal conversation does not hold water here. What we require is evidence. What you transact on a coffee table or any other thing does not hold water here. We want, for the reasons of the report of this committee, to attach reasons why we could not perform. That the said facilities required a security of 5 million. That is simple. Tell us whether you have the written communications or not. Those are the only two things. Then that is the question that follows. Do you have the communications from the facilities on the 5 million or not? Just that.
Chairman, we are
If
missing
they
the
were
mark.
verbal, then it is not admissible here.
We are missing the mark, Chairman.
Order, honorable member. I'm putting Lalji. Do we have the written communication or not? This is a bare minimum of just yes or not.
Mr. Chairman, like I mentioned, I personally attended and I was told personally. Now, if your protocol demands that I produce a written evidence, in business world, we don't write everything. We discuss it.
That is in business, not in this house.
This is what I'm telling you, what transpired. But I am, Your Honor,
What was the date of the
Mr.
sitting?
Chairman, I'm not here to lie. And if I'm lying, please charge me in the court for perjury, because I'm under oath.
Chair.
You do not request to be charged. Why are you interested
no,
to
Mr.
be charged?
Chairman, I take an offense when I'm told I'm a liar.
Chair.
Please, Chairman.
Chair,
That is not
Order, Lalji. Do you have the reports with you or not?
Report about
Chair.
Order, honorable members. Do you have the report on the 5 million requirement?
I'm telling you what transpired. That's
Look,
my statement.
Lalji, what you're asking is
in
implicit.
I don't have anything in writing.
You don't have?
No.
That is it. That is a simple answer.
Chair,
Honorable
before you give Chair, Honorable Chair, there was something Honorable Moya said. If he doesn't have evidence, he should withdraw, because allegations of saying there was a song in Uasin Gishu County hospitals that they need 5 million. That is a very bad allegations. And those hospitals can sue this house to have listened to it, and we are not taking any action. So the request from Honorable Moya that you withdraw, or we take it like that, and then those hospitals that has been alleged will take up the matter.
Thank you. I think you're getting me. Honorable Shan, then we come to Honorable Jepkonga.
Chair, I was of the request that now that we don't have any written document between the Trident and the hospital facilities requesting 5 million. And somehow I want to agree with him that not everything is written. And Honorable Chair, I find it, I think we have taken time on the issues of 5 million and bank guarantee. And to me, Chair, I think it's not of our concern, because our concern is, why is it that the staff or those clients are not receiving services? Because you signed a contract with the Uasin Gishu County government, and you said you have a contract with Eldoret Hospital, MTRH, and the rest. Even if they are going to request you for 10 million cash and bank guarantee, that is not part of our issue. Us is to know the reasons why. And if it is true there was a challenge like that, you should have communicated to the county government to say that I am not in a position to sign an agreement with either MTRH or Eldoret Hospital because of this and this. I think that one is acceptable. But now, the agreement you signed was for July. We are now in November. Just imagine all that time. There are some people, maybe they have the reason why they should visit Eldoret Hospital. Maybe because of the doctors and some of the other issues.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Shah. You take it, Lalji and team, that were there communications to the county government that you could not be able to perform due to the demands of the hospitals?
No, there was no communication.
There's no communication to county government.
We did our best to make sure the services are provided. And Mr. Chairman, if I can just give you the utilization of the various hospitals. It's part of your document.
Yeah, we had asked that be tabled.
No, but you can have a look
tabled
at
to the
all
members,
these hospitals
get copies to the members.
services.
Is the only copy? Get it to the members. It's about the hospitals that have been providing services. Honorable Chepkonga.
Thank you, Chairman. The reason why I wanted to assist you so that we don't...
Honorable member, assist. I ask you a question, not mine.
It is also my responsibility, Chairman, to assist Chairman.
No, Honorable member.
Thank you.
You are out of order.
I wanted not that we don't miss the mark. Chairman, the negotiations between Trident Company and service providers is for them. It is not for Uasin Gishu. It is not for this house. If Trident Company and service providers are negotiating in terms of millions or hundreds or whichever way, it is their food. It is not for this house, Honorable Chair. The reason we went to those service providers to ask them questions, and our questions were very specific. Why are you not giving services to the employees or staff of Uasin Gishu? And they gave us their reply. Now, Mr. Lalji, in his truth, told us the far he has gone negotiating with those facilities. For your information, Mr. Lalji, that is immaterial to this house. What is material to this house, Mr. Lalji, is that what was the verdict of those negotiations. Mr. Lalji, the insurance cover to the staff and employees of Uasin Gishu does not, or the services does not, the Uasin Gishu staff does not enjoy health care from major facilities in Uasin Gishu. Namely, as at today, 25th of November 2024, noon, the insurance, the Trident insurance cover does not cover employees of Uasin Gishu in MTRH, in St. Luke, Eldoret Hospital, Real. Let me just tell you that these are major healthcare facilities here in Uasin Gishu. It does not cover Uasin Gishu employees. These are statements of facts. Now, the petition, in this case, you have received. It has been some time now since you received the petition. And the status quo still stands. I want to appreciate how far you've gone in negotiating so that employees of Uasin Gishu get services through this hospital. But as of today, Mr. Lalji, the workers of Uasin Gishu does not enjoy that service. You have been paid 50% by October this year. I want to believe that there was arrangement, because we are discussing business. There was arrangement between Trident and Uasin Gishu County on the mode of payment and the negotiations therefore. You've been in constant communication with Uasin Gishu County. And because you have not terminated the contract, it means that you are in agreement with Uasin Gishu County on how our staff could be handled. My question is this. Are you aware that this is what is happening here in Uasin Gishu? That is question number one. Are you aware that Uasin Gishu workers are yet to enjoy the services of the major health facilities here in Uasin Gishu? Are you first aware as the chairman? Number two, we are now 6 months down executing this contract. Chairman, are you considering terminating this contract because it is not giving value for the residents and employees, staff of Uasin Gishu? If you are wearing the shoe I'm wearing, because I'm a representative of those people, when a petition comes to Uasin Gishu County, first, it does not come to this house. It goes to the offices that merits the quality of that petition. It passes through all those offices to an extent that a committee like this is set to look into that matter when the merits have been successfully prosecuted. We've sat with this document or this case now more than 2 months. I'm coming to that second question. Are you considering terminating this thing? Because I don't want your name to be tarnished in any way. And number three, from some quarters, I am made to understand that you are communicating with the chief of this county, Mr. Lalji. If you may...
Order, honorable member. Who made you understand that? To not insinuate.
I am very careful, Chairman. I'm very careful, Chairman.
Insinuate.
I'm very careful on how I'm putting my question.
No.
Just receive
Order,
the question
honorable member.
and rule it out.
Be factual. You are an honorable member.
Thank you. Let me reframe it this way. Mr. Lalji, are you in communication with the chief of this county on the same. And if you are in communication with him, what is the direction that this status of the welfare of Uasin Gishu, what is your general direction in the way of trying to address this thing? Are you in communication with him? And if there is that communication, what is the nature of that communication? Is it geared towards sorting this thing or terminating? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member. I think members, we have had our, we've listened well. Lalji, the chairman, I think you've taken in questions and you consider answering those questions. You need to answer the very questions for members. There are 2 members. There's a member who requested that you apologize on the matter of giving information that the bonds or the securities of 5 million were required without a written document or any email from the said, because we will be injuring the face of those facilities, and they are not here. We are discussing a facility that is not here to reply that
he should only apologize if he lied. And he has said he has not lied.
Order, Honorable Member. So we are asked to apologize, withdraw that statement that the verbal statement. And 2, to reach out to Honorable Member, he has asked you very well that you know that the contract in summary has been breached for reasons that the people of Uasin Gishu are not enjoying the services from major hospitals as at now, for the last about 5 months. They have not been enjoying or they have not been served by those major facilities, and those facilities were listed in your contract. However, the terms and the issues we have with the facilities, it belongs between you, the company, and the facility. But the issue of the contract itself with Uasin Gishu County has been breached. We are finding out that there were delay in payments, and if we go by term, clause by clause of this contract, we will find that the people of Uasin Gishu are injured, and that amounts to breach of this contract. And that is why the member has asked you the last question, that what is your take now that you're aware that people of Uasin Gishu have not been served from these major facilities? Do you consider, do you admit, is it admissible to you that there was a breach of the same contract?
Mr. Chairman, when I started, I said, I just want to give you the background information. What I understand, you said your background information should be supported by some documents. Which I said, in business world, we don't do that, number 1. Most of the time, it's verbal. If I can finish, please. So this is first point I'm coming from. Second point, I think the Honorable Member mentioned that the issue is relation between us and the service provider. County government is not involved. That point has been taken. Third point, like I mentioned, the issue here pertains to the payment. Maybe we made a mistake. We should have insisted before signing the contract, pay us upfront. This is, I'm learning now, right? This is a knowledge I'm picking up. In future, maybe we'll insist on that condition to be paid upfront. Here, the county government of Uasin Gishu was supposed to pay in July. They paid us in September. We had to do our best to sustain whatever we could. As far as the service is concerned,
September or October?
October, sorry.
In the clause 3 of the contract, well, Honourable Member, the service provider shall be paid the contract sum of Kenya shillings 240,299,731 on modules as agreed in the tender document. Payment shall be done in 2 installments. The first installment to be paid in July 2024. The second installment shall be paid in at 6 months interval. Yes, proceed.
Great. Now, Mr. Chairman, can I continue?
Yeah, proceed.
Now, in case of this service, like I said, what I see now with all these emails, there's a communication problem between the county and the company, because when I see the emails, and some of the emails are not addressed to the right channels. Email contacts are always there with the county government to communicate. Also, I was surprised at one point, even when we were signing the before signing the contract, even I gave my private email. I said, if there are any issues, they can copy it to me. Anyway, like you said, you need evidence, but this is part of the meeting I had when I first came to meet the public service. I can't remember his name, in the legal officer. Even they have my direct email as well. So, Mr. Chairman, I admit there could be a communication problem in terms of communicating, right?
So you are agreeable that there is a communication problem?
It can happen. I mean, it's happening in all the
Fine,
organizations. It's not that Trident is inefficient. We do our best. We have extended our business to the counties and assemblies. They would not give us business if we were not up to the mark. This is the point I want to point it out to you. Anything else have I lost out? Please correct me if any other points.
You asked about the inability to provide services by the major hospitals.
Yes.
Do you agree that has been
we have taken the point.
That has been happening?
We are going to start. From the forum, I get the info that there's something issues on that service providers. That we can assure you, we start working on it to find out what exactly is the problem.
So you agree that 5 months down the line, the major service providers has not been performing?
No, Mr. Chairman, I circulated the utilization. This is what...
I'm speaking of major service providers.
Yes, now I'll just read
that is MTRH, that is Eldoret Hospital, that is St. Luke.
Can I go through it, please, quickly?
Yes.
Life care,
No,
farm care.
Chair, before he goes through, I want Chair Lalji to read for us the names of the hospitals he provided before the tendering process. Because what it was provided during the tender and what he's providing today are totally different, and what we were given last week. Chair, we have read a letter from Eldoret Hospital and even MTRH, Chair, that they have not had contracts with them since 2022. So, angetuambia, why did he not indicate in...
Yes, in simple terms.
In simple terms.
Lalji, what is said is that, in simple terms, Lalji, do we find in your utilization schedule MTRH? I'll come to. Do you find MTRH?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, simple. As is simple.
No, it's MTH.
Do you find MTRH?
No, it's not there.
Do you find Eldoret Hospital?
No.
Do you find St. Luke's?
Yes.
Is there?
1 minute.
So the 2 major hospitals are not there. So in your just a minute, I'm explaining. I'm explaining something. In your schedule 2 that you provided in your contract, MTRH is included then. Eldoret Hospital is included then. But as we speak now, we are finding out that they have just been onboarded. MTRH is a new baby in that contract, and the hospitals has not boarded. Do you find it in that you misrepresented the facility in order to gain that contract in the first listing?
If I can answer that
because
immediately.
the contract was just way back 2022.
1 minute. Can I answer your question?
Yes, yes.
These hospitals were providing us services. There was no issue at all before we signed the contract with Uasin and Gishu. What came after signing was a surprise to us as well.
Did you read the letters? Did you hear the letters, the official letters from the hospitals? from our side.
But I think you should also, we could write a letter to you and tell you, and let's compare it. Mr. Chairman, they were providing services. There was no issue with them. After signing the contract, they raised the issue.
Okay, we understand that.
This is my step.
Proceed.
Right?
Read for us.
Now, what I'm trying to tell you is, I just want to read the utilization.
Yes.
And for the benefit of the madam there, Vice Chair, these are after we signed the contract, not before. Right? So, Life Care Hospital, as of today, as of this month, what date is it? Yeah. Their utilization is 33.7 million. Palm Care is 16.6 million.
I think the column that is referring to is that is for the ratio, loss ratio. I think
I'm sorry. Let me come back to utilization. Thank you for correcting me. It is a utilization amount, right? Life Care is 32 million. Palm Care is 15 million. Real is 10 million. Aga Khan Hospital is 10 million. Top Hill is 3 million. St. Luke, 1.6. Cedar Hospital, 1.6. Medihill, 152,000. Bliss, 350,000. Aquadent, 1.4 million. Veteran Mission Hospital, 830. Nairobi South Hospital, 8,000. Nairobi Hospital, 538,000. Karen Hospital, 17,000. RX Optics, 96,000. St. Luke's Orthopedic and Truma Hospital, 1.6 million. Optica, 600,000. Which one? Which one is? No, it's two amounts here. St. Luke first is 1.6, and this is two. Sorry, this is
same figure. Same figures.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is repetition. Sorry. Optica, 651,000. Avenue Hospital, 2.8 million. Elephant Dental, 1 million. Titan Optics, 4 million. Rescourse, 1.5. Equity Afia, 107. Sabatia Eye Hospital, 183. Tergonet Dental Center, 257. And Eye Center, 90,000. Mr. Chairman, what I'm trying to say is not that these are the figures after business was awarded to us. So total utilization for Uasin Gishu as of now
is 95 million.
95 million.
Billion.
Million.
95 million.
Million.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, what we are saying,
yeah,
we did our best, given the financial constraint, right? Given the communication problem, but communication is a worldwide problem. But we stand to be corrected. We will be correcting that information. We will be communicating to the county, informing them the right channel of communication, including I'll give my private email. Then I'll be on top of it. Because we don't want to, we are in business. We don't want to hurt our client. We do our best given the constraint we have. As far as the hospitals are concerned, we give our undertaking. We'll go back and revisit Eldoret Hospital and other hospital where you received the letter. If you have access to those letters, we take it up with them. Because here it is, most of them being providing service, right? And this is we have done to the best of our ability.
Thank you, Lalchi. We come to Koske.
Maybe
there was Koske has raised his hand.
Maybe while we are still talking about figures, Chair, there is something I'm trying to ask myself. I don't know if the Trident team were keen when they were tendering this service for the people for the employees of Uasin Gishu County. Chair, I'm saying that because I'm trying to imagine they have only offered services for only 4 months, and what they have used is 95 million. And remember, Chair, also there was an issue. A hospital like Eldoret MTRH, they were not in contract with the Trident. I'm trying to imagine if they were part of it. Because remember, Chair, there are some complaints that there are some employees who went and paid cash using their own money.
Yes.
It tells me that if it was the Trident paying, then the amount could have been more than that. And now that by January, I think it's going to be the 6th month, something like that. The simple calculation that I'm trying to see on the side of, you know, I'm a businessman. I'm trying to imagine, Trident, are you going to make any profit out of this contract? Because I'm on the other side of saying, can you still go back and rethink again? Because 95 million and what you are paid was 120 million. You are now left with 25 million. You have a very good number of staff. You have other issues like tax and the rest. I don't want to go further, but I know maybe you signed with some reasons.
Ilalchi, you got his sentiments, huh?
Mr. Chairman, I'm glad I got a businessman in the forum to understand. Let me be honest with you, and this is, I can speak on behalf of all the insurance company. None of them make profit on medical portfolio.
Why are you undertaking it?
Sorry?
And why are you undertaking it?
To maintain the cash flow. As a businessman, you would understand.
And again, Chair.
And Mr. Chair, if you project what I have paid now, and what I will hoping that this thing continues for next 6 months,
yes,
we will show you how much we have lost.
Will you be happy to be in your accounts to manage a loss account?
Not only the accounts department, my shareholders will kill me.
So are you happy with the contract, or?
The point is, this is a general trend. Be it Trident, be it any other insurance, they would go through the same trend. If it was profitable, all 40 insurance companies would be participating in medical portfolio. But only there are few,
in this
4
respect,
to 5.
in respect, when you saw 4,500 staff and you're comfortably quoting 250, were you really not putting yourself on a loss?
Well, that's a risk.
240.
That's a risk company tax. That's a risk shareholder will hold me responsible.
Can we construe that the delays here and non-performance is subject to savings? You want to create some savings in this?
No.
In this,
Mr. Chairman,
in that
Mr. Chairman, I don't agree with you.
Yes.
It's not question of savings. It doesn't make any difference to us. We have never, as a policy, we have never told the management that don't entertain the claims. That is the last thing we would do.
Okay. So, honorable members, you had a say? No? Honorable Amos? Then I come to you, Honorable.
Thank you, Chair. I like the spirit that is in the room, that we are developing a spirit of being sympathetic to the businessman.
No, honorable member. How do you charge?
I withdraw. Allow me to withdraw, Chair.
Can you withdraw the member?
I have withdrawn. No. I'm not here to engage, Chair, but Chair, I want to say that I'm not satisfied with the issue of Moi teaching and referral, and it's good that we've confirmed all of us that it is not in this list here. I just want you to answer a very simple question. When you expressed your interest in this tender, there was a tender document, and the tender document was contained a number of requirements. One of the requirement was there was a list. It's like mandatory for you to qualify. It was mandatory that there was a list of hospitals. When you look at the tender documents, honorable members, which is in your files, you will see that there are a number of hospitals. We have from Medihill, number G is Moi Teaching and Memorial, Moi Teaching and Referral / Memorial. Now, you knowing very well that you don't qualify, because this document has expressed clearly that you must be qualified bidders, qualified. You went ahead to proceed and express your interests, and you lied or you misrepresented facts that you have an agreement or you have an understanding, a way of engagement with referral. And referral here, through their letters, they have said your agreement with them expired 2022 before this advert was put on, I think should have been in July. It was
2nd December 2022.
Yeah, this tender was floated when?
Tender belongs to 2024, 2020.
That is whatever the date. What do you have to say on that?
Mr.
Because
Chairman,
you said
can I
you
come
are
in here? Previously, I think some
I think,
honorable member had raised the issue. Let me
just a minute,
clarify it,
just a
please, before I
minute.
forget. Before I forget, please.
Yes, yes.
Thank you. MTHR. See, we tie up with the service providers when we have the business. We didn't have a major business in Uasin, Gishu or Nandi or any other counties here. So there was no need to renew it. This is now I'm talking from business point of view. And if you ask me for evidence and everything, I cannot produce because in the business world...
No, that is evidence. You are unanswered.
No, I'm answering it.
Yeah.
There was no need because nobody wanted MTHR service. Nobody had sent us a request from either from, at that time we had Busia, we had, and then we had Kakamega, not Kakamega. Yeah, Busia was the one, and West Pokot. None of them said we want MTHR because they were using other hospitals. In the case of emergency, they used to come to Eldoret, use Eldoret Hospital or St. Luke's or any other hospital. So that's the reason.
What the member is saying, is asking, is this simple, that knowing that you don't have any contract with MTRH, why did you list in Annex 2? You annexed in your tender document. There is MTRH, and you knew very well that you have no any existing contract as at that time you are listing.
Chair,
that is the simple.
Chair, allow me to share this with Chair Lalchi. This is a major health facility within Uasin Gishu County. This is by Trident Insurance Company. Mr. Kosgei, are you aware of this letter? Sergeant Atam, can you give chairman to read for us these facilities and to indicate if it is tallying with what he has read to us?
The issue there is, why did you list those facilities that you are not in contract with?
That one was in the contract.
Yeah, this is Moy Teaching and Referral Hospital.
Yes.
Real Hospital, Eldoret Hospital, Cedar, Medihill, Limo House Hospital, AAR, Dr. Nicholas Macharia, Avenue, St. Luke's, Eldoret Dental, Eldoret Pediatric, Equadent, 64 Dental, Bliss Healthcare, again Eldoret, Bliss Healthcare Mall, Medical Center, Aga Khan Hospital, Eldoret, Fountain, Top Hill, Elginview Hospital. What I'm trying to say, Mr. Chairman, we had a working relationship with them. It wasn't that we had terminated or they had terminated our service. On top of that, if I'm not mistaken, and I stand to be corrected, they also gave, when we tendered, they also gave the letter of recommendation. I stand to be corrected. I need to check the tender documents.
So you have letters of recommendation from
Yes,
those facilities?
From them on the when we tendered.
On these facilities? Recommending that recommending Trident, that they have had contracts?
Which ones? Are those recommending Trident?
Can you remember?
Dr. Omuse, which facilities are those recommending Trident? Because this one was in your tender document, isn't it? Just give him, I think he's not through with it. And this is a document from your company. You know what we are asking, simple chair, is Chair, in that list, comparing with the list he has just given us? I think that is a simple question I just asked, Chair. What he is reading to us is not in that list. The truth, from the truthful man. Yes.
Oh, the honorable member. Address the chair. Stop.
And over the years, and it is true, we have maintained a mutually beneficial relationship. We have extended credit facilities for inpatient and outpatient services to their clients in all our medical and satellite centers across the country. Trident Insurance has maintained a good claim statement record and good turnaround time on pre-authorization and client inquiries. Now this is from Riyadh.
Yes,
Mr. Chairman,
yeah, I'm kidding you.
important I'm emphasizing pre-authorization. Even they are confirming. They have no business to confirm. Right? I'm reading for the first time. Trident Insurance has maintained a good claim statement record and good turnaround time on pre-authorization and client inquiries. We didn't ask them to write, Mr. Chairman. Then we hear from Fountain Health Hospital. We, Fountain Healthcare, are pleased to confirm that Trident Insurance Company is well known to us as the best medical insurance provider. We have extended credit services to the corporate and staff clients who are treated at Men Hospital in Eldoret and our Bungoma branch. We hereby recommend them for provision of medical insurance to any interested party without hesitation, as they are diligent and committed. Payments are satisfactory, with resolution of issue accordingly.
Lalji, you've had those recommendations. Why
Eldoret Hospital? No, Mr. Chairman.
I've read the Eldoret Hospital. They are recommending you.
Yeah.
Why the turnaround?
Sorry?
Why the turnaround? They recommended you so nicely after you getting the contract. Now, why the turnaround?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
As far as we are concerned, and my team is concerned,
yes,
we have never, our emphasis has always been take care of the customers, right? There are no policy indication, like you said, we are saving the money. No.
Nobody has gone to the savings.
No.
Lalji, answer the
Chairman,
question.
I want to clarify.
We've asked you.
I have my team.
Order, Lalji. We've just asked you why the turnaround. They have very, very well recommended to you. But immediately after you've had the contract on the implementation.
Mr. Chairman,
yes,
I clarified the utilization.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, right.
All right. What I learned from this forum, maybe there's a communication problem.
Between
county government and Trident, when I see some of the emails, because this is first time I'm seeing the emails.
Okay, fine.
Right?
Are you comfortable when a patient goes to the hospital and sits for more than 24 hours or even 3 hours, 4 hours before they get service?
Vice Chairman,
yes.
Ask my
Because
team.
We are saving a life here.
Ask my.
We are not only doing
let
business.
Let me clarify your point.
Yes.
It's a very important point.
Yes.
My team is here. Ask them. When we have a meeting, what is my first statement? I say, put yourself in the shoe of a patient
yes,
who goes to the
that
hospital.
Is why we are sitting here concerned.
Can I finish, madam, please?
Yes.
I say, put yourself in the shoes of the patient. Now, when you go to the hospital and it's delayed, how do you feel?
Yes.
They feel very badly. I said, this is...
That is what the Trident has been doing.
Yes.
Koske, can you come?
Chairman, because we are discussing feelings, we are discussing feelings. I just want the chair to tell me, now that these 4 medical facilities have not been onboarded by Trident, what are your feelings?
Mr. Chair, like I said, it seems you want Eldoret Hospital, I have no problem. I'll get them on board. MTHR, today we are supposed to meet at 2 o'clock. We were supposed to meet at 10, we rescheduled to 2 o'clock. They want to have physical meeting before we sign, because there are new terms and conditions. From here, we are going straight there. So MTHR will be on board today, right? And as far as Eldoret Hospital is concerned, I can give my undertaking. I'll personally get in touch again with the CEO and sort it out. There are no problems. There are absolutely no problems. Like I said, Real is already, if you see the utilization,
really, Chair?
they are already providing the services.
I'm not satisfied with the answer of MTRH.
Honorable Member, we have had our documents. We will derive our report from documentations herein. We have had also our answered, and we'll also derive our report from the answered, whether it's an allegation or it is truth.
But Chair, with a lot of humility and respect to your position, is there anything wrong if you will tell us just the way he has expressed this?
Yes, his last comment.
Is there anything wrong on MTRH that while bidding?
Not only MTRH, Honorable Member. We have found
I'm
out
just using that one as a
we have
case
found out
example.
about 4 hospitals that when they bidded, they listed the hospitals and they had no any SLA in
there is
place.
also some to call here. He has repeated that statement, working relationship. I don't know whether there's a difference. I want our legal officer to assist this committee if there's a difference between working relationship and an agreement or a contract. Is it the same thing or something
No,
different?
a working relationship is binded by an agreement, Honorable Member.
Which one
Let
comes
us
first?
order, Honorable Member. I'll let you. We'll have
Will you
in our
mind
report.
sharing with this audience?
Order. Allow Koske to submit, and then we will.
Thank you, Chair. And I don't know whether my area MC has seen that I'm here. That is why he has.
No, we treat this as a committee, Honorable Member. We don't,
No,
even
I'm
if you come
asking.
from the same house,
No,
and the
I'm
matter is
asking.
before this house. It is a matter of this committee.
But Chair,
that one is
Koske,
very serious.
the member, that is a you throw, because the issues of where you come from does not rise here.
I
It
withdraw
is,
that.
we are addressing a matter of an insurance company.
I
That
withdraw
is
that
Trident,
one.
not Koske and the Honorable Member from Rescos.
No, okay, Chair. I was for this opinion. We also you be fair with us, because you can also see that even the county, by submitting the premiums, they were late to us, and the chair also has tried that. And he went
We
ahead.
need to be fair to
Yes,
the
Chair.
workers of this county.
Chair, we've not
Not
reduced that.
the committee, neither the Trident. We need to be fair to the consumers of the
Not only
service.
Chair.
Order,
No, we are not
Chair,
Chair. Just
members,
allow me to ask you
just a
something.
minute.
Chair, you give me permission, so let me talk.
When you freeze when I speak, Honorable.
Yes, sir.
And I'm
Now-
asking you this, that these matters are serious and of the nature. Were you under oath? Yes.
Yes.
So the matters to do with rescues, voters, let us address this matter seriously, as the
Okay,
chairman
Chair.
has taken it seriously. Address this matter seriously. Give us the info that you feel it is for Trident.
Chair, my concern is this. Today we are here. We've had the petitions from the county, and we've had. Our chairman has said, today we are going to work with MGRH. So why don't we give us that time, we complete that matter? And by today, it is now
Point of information.
almost.
On the tender.
Yeah.
Did you know that all this requirement was needed? When you are filling your tender document, you fill the tender document with all these requirements that the county wanted in their advertisement. You have already breached the contract. According to all these documents running around here, you are not humane to the staff of Uasin Gishu County. Surely, you don't have that heart of humanity, because this is a life. This is a life we are talking about here.
Koske. Thank you, First Chair. Koske. We need to be fair to you. And do you admit that for that fairness to appear, do you admit that there has been underperformance? Because you're asking for time to implement.
And again, Chair,
Just-
for
just-
your information,
Yes.
last week was it when we met the other team? of
Monday,
the two ladies?
Tuesday.
Yes, we were told this afternoon we are going to conclude, unless I am not in my right mind. So I want to believe.
It is in the answer, Honorable Member.
So I don't know what Koske has to say on that.
Koske, please. Do you agree that there has been...
maybe Koske need...
Order, Honorable Members. Order, I'm on the floor. Order, Honorable Member. Order, Honorable Members. You don't donate yourselves. Order, Honorable Members. Koske, do you admit that there has been underperformance?
On both sides, yes.
Can you mention the underperformance on both sides?
The government and our company from our side.
Your company, what was the underperformance? Communication. And the county government? Delay? Remitting? Premiums. On your part, do you agree that you submitted documents just to win contracts while you didn't have any SLA with MTRH and Eldoret Hospital concerning this contract? Did you have any SLA with this contract? Did you have any SLA with MTRH? Did you have any SLA with MTRH? Oh, the honorable members, did you have any SLA with MTRH? We will come to way forward. Did you have answer questions? It's either yes or no. Koskei.
Maybe chair.
Yeah, before and
instruct him to use the mic so
did
that
you
answers
have
can be captured.
an SLA?
Yeah.
With MTRH? As at that day?
No.
No. Thank you. Thank you, honorable members. MTRH represent the hospitals. I want to give Honorable Chepkonga, and then we are winding up, honorable members. We are 5 minutes to time, and we want to wind up. Honorable members, we've had documents tabled. We will go through the documents and report writing. We've had the verbal engagements, and we are agreeable. We have the answered on. We have captured your voice well, and we will retrieve our information from there. We'll have our reports. Whatever will be required to appear again, if needed, during report writing, to clarify on matters, you will communicate. Honorable members,
thank you.
Since we are almost winding up, I want to give a round of to every member to either list a concern, so that when they are giving their final remarks, they'll also address those concerns as we wind up. Chepkonga.
Thank you, Chairman.
Start from the end.
Last week we had the ladies, the representatives from Trident, and we asked them why was Koskei not with them. And the reply was, this is a medical issue, and that Koskei, it does not concern Koskei. And today I'm surprised that Koskei is being instrumental in today's proceeding. Number two, Chairman, is that the county government of Uasin Gishu has committed over 200 million to support the healthcare insurance to their workers. To this moment, Honorable Chair, I have realized that about 90 million has been committed towards providing healthcare to the residents, to the staff of Uasin Gishu. But I'm still stuck with the 200 million that have already been paid as 50% of the entire contract sum. And the insurance cover in Uasin Gishu is not working. I think that should come out well. If MTRH, St. Luke, Eldoret Hospital, and Real, as at today, are not taking care of patients, staff from Uasin Gishu, then, Mr. Lalji, Trident is not working in Uasin Gishu. And this is a direct indictment to your company. And we, as this committee, is standing here on behalf of the entire County Assembly of Uasin Gishu. And they are trying to find justice, they are trying to find value for the staff and the petitioners. If this committee finds that the contract between Trident and Uasin Gishu County did not meet the merit and is not serving the staff of Uasin Gishu, what will be your take, Chairman Lalji? Thank you.
Honorable Amos.
Thank you, Chair. First and foremost, I want to appreciate the engagement. And I'm one of the lucky members that I've met with my father. And now you must be appreciating the oversight that I am doing. And Chair, know that
it is not the
withstanding,
issue of crediting himself yourself here. Address the matter, honorable member.
unless he, okay, thank you.
We are all in Uasin Gishu. And the oldest member here in this room is Lalji, who was born here. And I think is a resident of this area.
Honorable Chairman, I call Eldoret as my village.
Yes.
Because when I
And
was
so
here,
yours is short term. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, Chair, I don't know where will that stand. I've heard about the issue of payment, and Mr. Koske, my strong supporter, I want to believe so, I say that one of the reasons why they are unable to perform some of the terms is because of the responsibility of the county government of Uasin Gishu. I've tried to look at the agreement that was drafted. There is nowhere, or there is no clause that
Order, honorable
provides.
member. If you feel that Koske is your strong supporter, then you should declare conflict of interest in this sitting, because the matter of a person who has been given the power of attorney to appear before this company, if he's, then you declare a conflict of interest.
And Chair, I would have done that if it's the one who
Order,
revealed that.
order, honorable member. Can you withdraw that political sentiment?
I withdraw.
Can you withdraw that
I
political
withdraw,
sentiment?
Chair.
Yes.
Now, on the issue of payment, he said that the contribution to this non-compliance partially is the part of the client, which is county government of Uasin Gishu, and the other one is part of their company. When it comes to the agreement that was drafted, there is no clause that provided that in case the county government will not pay the remaining balance, which was specified to be installment of 6 months interval. It says the second installment shall be paid at 6 months interval. I think that one should not have been mentioned here, because suppose now it would be paid later on in total. What will you say on that? So that is something that I've noted with a lot of concern. And if that is the reason, then they should redraft the agreement to say now, since we've not paid on time, we want to renegotiate on how to compensate those members of staff
Honorable member, I think
who are
that
not
the
able.
drafters of this contract erred, because the term shall is an obligation on its own. So
Thank you,
if we
Chair.
say shall, it's an obligation on its own. It forces you to adhere to that agreement.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm done.
Thank you. Thank you. Your sentiments have been captured. And thank you, honorable member from Rescos. Honorable Shah. Kering. Honorable Kering, before we come to Honorable Shah. Honorable Kering. Honorable Kering, introduce yourself as you wind up. You introduce yourself. Yeah, and then you submit. I know you've had your time here. Tafadhali jangia mjadala huu tukifunga.
Asante mwenyekiti. Hapo awali mimi nilikuwa nimejitambulisha. Pale tulipoanza. Mwenyekiti, kwangu mimi kwa wenzetu naweza ongezea au naweza changia kusema hivi ya kwamba penye nilikuwa nimekaa nikisikiza pale, kwa nimesikia Koskei, kwa nimesikia daktari na mwenyekiti Diamond. Kwa mchango yangu tu kidogo ni kwamba nilishangaa kwa wale niliosikia tangu petitioners waliingia kwa hii nyumba kuwasilisha ripoti yao ama mjadala yao, kwa ile agreement vile walioelewana, nikapata tofauti kidogo, ambayo mimi ni mtu mwenye sioni, sina makaratasi ama sisomi makaratasi hizi sababu haijaandikwa kwa maandishi zangu. Mr. Diamond, pale kuongelelea haya mahospitali matatu, MDRH Eldoret Hospital na live na ilikuwa ni Real Masendelo. Mimi siwezi nikasema uongo sababu ni ile vitu nilisikia wakisoma. Hapo awali sikusikia. Mimi naweza kukuuliza ya kwamba unaweza sema nini sababu umekuja ukaongezea na kusema huwa uko ukiongea na wale na tunaenda na ile ambayo ilikuwa ya mbele. Mr. Koske, yale makaratasi nilisikia ikisomwa mahali hapa ya kwamba county ya Uasin Gishu government will raise complaint kwako pitia email kama na simu au respond. Hiyo ndio mimi nilisikia, na wamesema hana hiyo message yoyote, na wale ambao wamesema unaenda kuangalia ile kuangalia kwa ofisi yako, sijui na ndio unakalia ofisi ama kwa hiyo ma internet, nani anakaa kwa hiyo ofisi ya communication. Alafu daktari ameongea kuhusu maneno ya kuhusu wagonjwa wanapokaa kwa hospitali muda mrefu, na mimi naweza pingana na wewe kuwa sio haki, sababu hata ikienda sana ni karibu 1 hour 30 minutes takuwa amerespondiwa na wewe maongea mastori mingi. So kwa kweli wafanyikazi wetu wameteseka, sababu mtu sasa akikuwa ni mgonjwa hata akikonjeka usiku atasaidika namna gani na mna delay. So hapa si maneno mastori yenye tulianzisha hapa, lakini kuna wenye wametetea haki yao kwa union na wafanyikazi. So sijui mtasema nini. Hiyo ndio mimi naweza waambieni kuna mahali mmerekea. So hiyo ni sangu, mtanijibu hayo. Mimi nawatakia laheri na uendelevu mzuri katika maisha, sababu sisi wote ni residents ya Uasin Gishu. Hatuna uadui. Asante, barikiwe sana.
Asante Mheshimiwa Karim. Nataka tu kujulisha kikao kwamba kati yetu Mheshimiwa Naibu wa Spika amewasili na nitampatia fursa ajitambulishe.
Thank you, Chairman. I am Sarah Malel, member representing Kimumu, a member to this committee and the Deputy Speaker.
Asante. Mheshimiwa Shana.
Thank you, Chair. I think apart from the team from Trident, and I think, Chair, my concern also was to know on the issues of, there was a problem also in Kisii County, or it was a different company.
It was
the same
Trident. I think there's an issue.
Have you cleared with Kisii County? It's just that it's just by the way. And then, if so, if you have cleared with Kisii County, what are you planning now as a Trident company on this issue of Uasin Gishu County? And the last one, Chair, I'm really concerned with this Trident because it seems like, I don't know, your relationship with the facilities is not good or what. Because I'm trying to imagine what kind of business you will be doing with these people. Because if they are requesting for 5 million, others are requesting for 2 million. I was going through, Chair, the list here is around 45 facilities. If all of them request for even 2 million, and bank guarantee, of course, as a bank I know, it's also that is money. It is something that you pay to the bank. At the same time, the bank guarantee can be maybe you have a security. If not a security like a title, it is in form of cash also. So just try to imagine you have maybe 5 million for the bank guarantee and also cash 5 million. For 45 facilities, and we have not included the Eldoret Hospital. I'm trying to imagine what kind of business are you really in? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. I think you've taken the sentiments. You have to be quick on the Kisi issue.
Kisi, yes.
Zero in on the Kisi only. Don't answer the others because we'll give you a chance.
All right. Kisi, I hope you can hear me. Kisi, maybe you are referring to the Senator's comment in the Senate.
Onyonga.
Please. This is nothing to do with Trident. This is internal between the governor and the senator. And I made a comment to the governor. I said, tell the senator to utter those words outside the parliament. Then I'll see him in the court. Same thing happened with another senator. I'm trying to recall, who was he? Yes, Gishu, the former governor. He made an adverse comment about Trident. And I told his lawyer, I said, tell the governor, former governor, to make a statement outside the Senate. Please, Mr. Chairman, I don't want to get into politics. If I was interested in politics, I would have been a politician.
That's enough. That's enough.
All right? So this is a clarification I'm giving you.
That's enough.
Trident is nowhere. I have not received any letters from anti-corruption or any institution. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable member, Honorable Speaker, you've had our day. You've just arrived. I don't know whether you've been sitting in the previous sittings continuously. I think you have an input on this.
Thank you, Chairman, but maybe you didn't see me coming in. I've sat here for the last 1 hour. Maybe you didn't only recognize my
I'm sorry, Honorable Member.
Yeah, my entrance. Thank you, Chairman. While I appreciate that I came in late, I know through your leadership you have done very good work, and I want to believe that later on maybe I will get to know whether Trident answered the petition. You know, it is another thing to talk about all issues, but it is another thing to zero in to the petition that you are furnished with. Honorable Chair, maybe I would like to know from Trident, now today that we have the manager and the chairman himself, how can you rate yourself since you were given this contract? How can you rate yourself in doing business with Uasin Gishu?
Honorable Member, can you give us the scale between what and what?
Yeah, between 1 and 10.
Yeah.
Or you can use the other way around.
Can I answer that question? I think my team has done the best of their ability to serve the Uasin Gishu. Any clients you have, or any service you provide, there would be constructive criticism. Yes, we accept. We are not saying we are perfect. So if there were some mislaps, which I have heard this morning, that will be rectified.
So what is your performance from 1 to 10? How can you rate yourself?
I would say we are rating at 8 at the moment.
8?
The amount of business we are getting in the country, I would say 8.
Not the country,
No,
this
Uasin
contract,
Gishu?
this particular contract.
We have performed to the best of my ability. I would say 8. But there are caveat. There is caveat, like what I learned here, communication. Okay. And that communication, let me come back to you, if I make clear, please.
But let me say something so that
Kipto signed the contract. We gave him a power of attorney because we didn't want running up and down from Nairobi to Eldoret. He's based in Eldoret. His job is general insurance. He's not an expert in medical, but he just represented the company to sign the contract. Now the communication should have been gone to the medical department, which is in Nairobi. That will rectify it. Yes, I can see there was a communication gap. Right, but I don't want to blame any of my staff here because he was just put on board because he was in Eldoret and we didn't know when contract was to be signed, so it would have been easier for him to go and sign on behalf of the company.
Did you, on that note of communication, I had a second question, and then I will be having the last. Whom did you furnish your private email to for communication purposes?
Honorable Deputy, I give my private email to all the counties, and I must have given to county government.
You know, you made an allegation that they are doing emails to a different email, while you had given them up to a private email.
They all have it. The county government HR would have our all email IDs.
So specifically the PSM office or the HR office?
No, what I'm saying, HR county government, when they have any issues or complaints or anything, they know which emails to address those. And as far as I know, I stand to be corrected from my team, because I don't get involved in the routine working of it, that there was no communication about the complaints we heard about it.
Thank you.
Now, the email which was responded, some of my staff left.
Thank you.
So this is where maybe we have erred there, but in any organization you can't be 100%.
Thank you. We've heard you.
Lastly, Chair.
Honorable member.
Yes. What bearing does recommendation letters that you have read to this House has to do with the performance of your company? Does it support you if a certain hospital recommended you to be awarded a tender? Is it a must that you write their name that we are doing business with them? Or a recommendation can be sought? Because I can even get a recommendation from my pastor. Or was it part of the requirement? What bearing does it have?
When we ask for recommendation, we make it very clear to them that we are going for the such and such tender. Give us your recommendation. This is where it ends. We don't tell them anything. This is up to them, and we are really surprised when you see the letter of recommendation and how they respond.
Who sought the recommendations?
Sorry?
Who sought the recommendations?
Our medical team.
Your medical team?
Yes.
So you rely on is one of the requirements?
Because they are all the time in touch with the medical services.
Fine, thank you.
Thank you. As I want that question, Chair, what can you tell this committee? Are laws allowing us for you to be given tender as you continue adding facilities to provide service?
Sorry, I didn't.
You know, we have a case here that you have facilities in question that are not working with you, yet you named them during your contract that they are working with you. Does the law allow you to name facilities which are not,
Honorable member,
or even which are not even accredited with
Honorable
NHIF?
member, I clarified before that there was a working relationship with same institutions. They gave the recommendation, we tendered. So it wasn't that if they had not given us a recommendation, we would have taken action to find out why. They gave the recommendation, they were providing service to our other clients, like I mentioned earlier, Busia County, right? And even as far as from Kisumu as well. So there was no reason for us. Unless they had said, no, we are not giving. Then I would have got personally involved to find out what's the reason.
Thank you. Honorable members. Honorable Muya, we are concluding, and we had our parting shots, and if members have questions still to float it, but we have had documents to derive our report from. We have answered, and we have exhaustively. We are past 20 minutes past time, and honorable members, is there any member that still have? Honorable Vice Chair, before I go to.
Thank you, Chair, for taking us through this morning with Trident Company. My concern is only one. or two questions I want to pose to the Trident company. I don't know if you are aware that the staff you are going to give service were 4,500 staff. And by quoting 240 million, you underquoted just to get the tender, but not to give services. These delaying tactics are getting to me is to delay so that we can go, our people cannot get the services. Chair, as much as we were dealing with a very truthful man, this afternoon, let me register my concern that they lied to the procurement department in Uasin Gishu County. When they were bidding, the information they put in the bidding document was wrong compared to what they have done. Chair, we got a letter from Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, and they did not have any SLA with them since 2022. We have not seen an SLA with nursing home, Eldoret Hospital, and hospital that is recognized by this country. Even during our city status, Eldoret Hospital was given a recognition because it is a hospital that has the best medicine. It is a hospital that all the physicians, all the expertise, doctors can see their patients in that facility. Unfortunately, the county government of Uasin Gishu staff cannot access services in the said facility, which was recognized by the president of this country. So according to me, Chairman, as the vice of this committee, Trident, they have an answer to give to this honorable house to why they gave us a list of hospitals when they were bidding the tender, and when they were now doing the implementation, they brought in new facilities that I don't know if they even have doctors in those facilities or they are using the clinical officers. I'm sorry, I don't know, but according to me, these facilities that they are giving us here was not bidded, and it was not given to us. If they could have given to us during the bidding time, I believe the procurement department would have not done the mistake. It is so unfortunate that we are talking about saving a life of our staff, and the Trident are trying to do, I don't want to call it business, but they are running away from their own information. An email, even if that staff left, that email, I don't think people just picked it from somewhere else. It was an email in that facility that they were doing the communication, or in the county government. So, Chair, I just wish if they could have been truthful and sincere to their comments and presentation. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chair. I want to get back to Trident, and in these are final remarks as you answer some questions. I don't know whether you be the final person.
Yes.
Or
yes.
You start from your team, then you conclude.
Chair, thank you. When it comes to, okay, I've also learned a lot that there is some communication shortcoming. And as a team, in the medical department, we are going to sit, look at how to expedite some of these pre-authorizations. Because response to medical queries is not something you just say, proceed. You might end up approving a certain procedure that is unethical, that is not supposed to be approved. So most of our approvals, it's basically purely medical. So, and also it's our duty as a department. It's not that I do not want to mention cases, but as we are talking right now, there are 2 clients who have already exhausted their inpatient benefits, because some of these facilities also take advantage, and it's also our duty under medical department to do what? To protect these member benefits. A certain procedure, facility knows very well that there are requirements to be done. If it's an emergency, it's an emergency. We've agreed with them. You cannot keep a patient who has had a road traffic accident that you are waiting for 4 hours to get approval on, while you know ethically and professionally you are supposed to attend to this client first, the rest will follow. But it's a bit lengthy, but it's something that we are going to work on. Currently there's a team already. We realized that what was also delaying response, especially when it comes to Uasin Gishu counties, that some data wasn't submitted to us earlier, and it's still forthcoming up to now as we are talking. So for a client whose dependents are not in the system, it becomes difficult approving someone. Okay.
Yeah, we are
Let me just finish.
we are very authentic.
Okay.
We say some data that has not been submitted. What is the data? Yeah, you mentioned the real data.
Oh, the data is dependent data.
Dependent data.
Yes, I've also attached the latest communication from the HR that
Yes.
they sent on 21st November. You see, now you cannot approve someone who is not in the system and whom you cannot
So
do
you
what.
say up to now they have not submitted the dependent.
They are still coming. They are still coming.
In bits.
In bits, yes. Yes, they are still coming in bits. So that is just part of it. But we've also found a way of doing what? Maneuvering that. We just inform them that kindly inform if the parent or the guardian has a birth certificate or birth notification, let them forward to us. We use that to approve and include that data in that member details. I think briefly that's mine.
Chair, even if I don't want to take you back, you know I've been in this assembly for more than 12 years.
Since your teenage times.
Yes. And I've been covered. All along I've been covered.
Yes.
Every year.
Yes.
And before the insurance cover start operating, I'm asked prior to fill a certain form of myself, the spouse, and 4 children. Is he saying that it does not happen on the other side of government? So that they can give this room or this window of still, they are halfway, the tender, but halfway they don't have the surely. Is that ethical?
Who is supposed to submit this?
The data is supposed to be submitted by the county government, the HR.
Yes.
Now, the HR himself, through our other channel of communication, at times they say some of these officers are the area of jurisdiction where they work is a bit far that they cannot submit that data on time. But
I would like to hear that from the HR. I would love to hear.
You are getting it, honorable member. So you have answered. We will invite the HR for
yes.
that. Yeah. Fine. Proceed now with other issues.
Okay. With other issues, we are also going to expedite on this the management and the running of the medical aspect or the medical engagement, so that everything runs smoothly.
Thank you. Okay. Who else? Koske?
Thank you, Chair. I leave to my expertise on the medical department to comment on that. Thank you.
So you donate the power of attorney? Just a minute. Let her conclude on the subject, and then I'll come to you, honorable member. I'll introduce you, honorable member. Yes, proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
There's some lady behind you before you come, Lalji.
Thank you, Chair, for the chance to speak. I would like to say that we have already spoke to the HR and communicated to the HR. We have already forwarded the emails that he will be communicating in case of any issue. And we have already surrendered the names of our employees who are not with us, and we have already rectified that mistake. with the HR.
Madam, already, when was the already?
We wrote a letter after we sat on them. That was on, we wrote the letter on Monday.
After last Tuesday sitting here?
Yeah.
Which other Monday has come in? This is the only Monday?
Yeah, this is the only Monday.
And then when did you write the letters?
We wrote on Monday last week.
Before you appeared here?
Before we appeared here. We had already met, we had a sitting.
Okay, proceed.
Yeah. And I would like to say that apart from MTRH and Eldoret Hospital, you can see in the utilization report that Life Care has been offering services, Real has been offering services, Top Hill has been offering services, St. Luke has been offering services.
You've gone through that?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
which one is offering services without NHIF accreditation? Which one is that?
Mr. Speaker, if I may, it's Life Care.
Which one?
Life Care Eldoret.
Are you comfortable with that?
No, we are not. We told them to expedite the process of them
what
being
was the
accredited.
contract saying that you, if it is not NHIF accredited, will you engage? You know you have that clause in the contract?
Yes.
Why did you engage when you know very well that they are not accredited?
Life Care has around 5 branches nationwide. So at that time they operate as per the contract that we had with them. The other branches are
accredited?
Yes.
So this one is not accredited?
Just this branch of theirs.
So why did you proceed to
Okay, on
Is it a breach of this contract? Right or no? Yes or no? Was no? Is it not a breach of contract? Yes or no?
Yes.
It is. Proceed. You done? Nyambura, was it Nyambura?
I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
Lalji, before Lalji, we want to acknowledge the presence, arrival of the honorable member from Gipsombe. Honorable member, can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Chair. My name is Mary Goretti, member representing Kipsomba Ward, and a friend to this committee. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm reminded that you also share the emails that you've sent to the other hand, the communications and the emails, the contact emails you share with our secretariat. Lalji, can you wind up your submission?
Mr. Chair, can you just clarify on Life Care, please?
Okay, currently with the coming in of SHA, most facilities are no longer working with NHIF, so they're all new, trying to fit into the new system. That's also one of the challenge that we are having with specifically that Life Care.
So they are onboarding SHA, or they are also not accredited?
They've already been accredited by SHA.
Okay,
yes.
Fine. Lalji, come on.
Mr. Chairman, I think most of the points raised have been covered. Mine is only to repeat. We have done our best. Our performance speaks in the market. Our philosophy and ethic is very clear, like I elaborated earlier, that anybody in the hospital should not be waiting. This is the pep talk in all my meeting with my team here. My first sentence is that you are dealing with a very sensitive person, and I tell them, put yourself in their footstep. As far as data, it is true, because every contract we sign, we keep on insisting, give us the data of your clients, so we put them into our system. Like my team has mentioned, as of now, not everybody has done it. And what I'm told, they have email communication, which they will file in the documents. So this is maybe one of the reasons then not everybody is getting the service. I think I've covered all the points here. Like, I want to emphasize, Mr. Chairman, it wasn't a deliberate attempt, like one of the members mentioned, to save money and make profit. I'm quite prepared to show you what profit Trident has made on Uasin Gishu.
Address the petition, not your business.
No, the question was raised.
The one who raised
that the Trident
petition.
is trying.
Lalji.
No, Mr. Chairman.
Lalji, listen, Lalji. Address the petition. That is part of.
Okay, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, you address as a company, not as a person.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll readdress the issue. We are not profit maximizing company.
Okay.
I hope everybody understands. We are here. One of the motives is we are giving service. If we wanted to be difficult, we would have asked county government to pay us upfront, or we are not signing the contract. I have learned a lesson. In future, this is going to be our stand with all the counties.
That's an observation.
That's an observation, and partly that is a problem we are going through because of accepting payment 50% and 50%. Like one member of parliament says, if they don't pay you in December, our reply will be, we'll stop the services. Because we have done our best, we care for humanity, we care for our clients. But there's a limit. If it comes to that...
What of...
Maybe, Chair.
No, can I finish, please?
Order. We'll give directions from here. You know, when we contribute,
clarification, Chair.
When you contribute, it raises other questions.
I'm sorry,
and we should admit. We should admit and give room to each other.
Chair,
so on
what is December, payment of December, and as per the agreement, it was after 6 months. So I'm saying also, I don't know if it is a communication breakdown, the contract which was signed and the whole.
No, Mr. Chairman, the contract is very clear. First payment was to be made when we signed the contract, July, which was not paid. It was paid in October. We kept quiet.
So you expect the next payment in December?
Now, the next payment is either December, 6 months from July, December or January, whatever.
But again,
I'm not disputing.
He said he understands what is prevailing in the country. I like that. He made that statement that we understand what is happening across the board.
Yes,
let's pray that you will understand.
Honorable members, honorable, let me be precise. We've completed our submissions, remember that.
But it's true, but it's true.
It is true.
Chairman, I'm not
we request him to understand.
Lalji, my simple question is,
Mr. Chairman,
my simple for you to answer and continue.
I'm answering.
For you to answer and continue, is that supposedly it is not paid in December. What will be your position?
We may decide on the claim ratio, and if it is not viable, we'll cancel we'll stop the services.
You stop the services?
Yeah.
If it is not?
Yeah.
Okay, you get it well, members.
Yeah.
You get it well, members. I think there are issues that we will...
Chair, maybe I have something, a concern over that. Lalchi, when you are a service provider, and you've said you're giving service to humanity, and this is to do with health issues, and when it comes to maybe engaging the service provider together with the person who is supposed to pay, and it fails, you don't punish the user. I want you to be humane enough and understand the situations that are running in the government, so that you don't do things with a lot of emotions, with annoyance because of maybe this petition. This petition is here to cure and give solutions to what is prevailing on your side.
Thank you, Honourable Member. You've been heard. Nalji, that's an advice from and remorse approach from the member.
Advice
Thank
taken,
you. Proceed, and as you conclude. You're done?
Madam, we have covered all the issues we have raised, right? We have admitted there was this communication problem. We have put forward our problem where the constraints are. I think all this thing has been discussed since we started this session.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, honourable members. We are winding up, honourable the team from Trident, that the prayer of the people of Uasin Gishu, the workers of Uasin Gishu County, is that they require this sitting to compel or institute for specific performance of the contract That is relooking into the contract, whether it is performing. As you've put it very clear that if the part of the county government does not submit to its obligations as per the contract, you might go to the direction of discharging the contract from your end. And it is well stipulated in the contract on the terms of engagement or when the dispute arises, how it will be resolved. It's well captured, and that is the procedure we will follow in case of anything. Secondly, to demand the following hospitals to be included: Eldoret Hospital, St. Luke Hospital, Top Hill Hospital, Life Care Hospital, and MTRH. That is the prayer of the petitioners, and we have heard that we've onboarded some already. We're in process of doing others. When that prayer is answered is when we will also give credit where it is due. So one of the prayers of the petitioners is that they are asking that Eldoret Hospital, St. Luke Hospital, Top Hill Hospital, Life Care Hospital, and MTRH be onboarded, and their contract terms entered into so that our residents or workers can enjoy the services. To call for immediate audit of money, that is, we will refer that to relevant authorities on audit issues, on the terms of payments you've had, whether there is any misappropriation of resources. Compel county government to reimburse the money used by employees. Whereas you are performing your duty, the various hospitals might have forced some patients to pay from their pockets, and the clause is well captured in this contract that the duty to pay reimburse is the county government. So we want you to look into issues whereby, I'll give you right now, whereby there are patients who have paid, and you communicate from your end through receipts and everything so that they reimbursed the amounts. Lalji, do you have a concern over that?
Yes, I think that point we never covered in our session.
Yes.
People who have paid cash.
Yes, proceed to...
You know, we have a resident person in charge of medical. She's
Yes.
present here. Christine? Catherine.
Catherine,
She's
yes.
based in Eldoret.
Yes.
There's a procedure, there's a claim form to be filled, all the invoices to be attached,
yes,
immediately sent to Nairobi,
yes,
and we normally reimburse it immediately. I think the procedure, what
Catherine,
I'm told,
have you had claims?
We had a meeting with the county HR last week on Friday.
You had request first?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so they were planning to give us the list of invoices and then
Claimants.
Claimants, sorry. Then we can reimburse.
Yeah. You do due diligence, follow it up. Yes,
what I'm trying to point out, part of our service, we have put permanent medical staff here to be in touch with the county every day and the hospitals. So if there are any problem on the ground, she's there. And she
Catherine, how many claims have you had?
I was just to receive them from the HR. They've not
Madam, you've been here that long.
Yes.
How many claims have you had?
For reimbursement.
For reimbursement.
I have not received any.
You've not received any?
Yes.
You have not acted on any?
Like I said, we had a meeting last week on Friday.
Are you aware of any person who has paid cash?
They have not communicated to me directly, but they are there.
They are there?
Yes.
But you don't have the data?
Probably, Chair, if I may.
I think, Chair, she's not sincere on that, because what was the meeting for? What was the agenda of the meeting?
Oguze?
Yes.
What is the name? Repeat your name.
Crispin Omuse, sir.
Omuse.
Yes, there's a procedure
but
for...
not the other Omuse who... You look like... I proceed.
Thank you. Okay, there is a procedure for reimbursement, of which we shared with the HR. They know the procedure that if there's any member...
You have any claimants in your table?
Right now, we have not received. I've not received any claim.
Are you aware of any person who have paid cash?
I'm not aware.
You are not aware?
Yes.
Christine, aware of any cash payment?
No.
And are you Christine?
Oh.
Christine. Are you aware? Catherine.
No, they have not given me the names.
They have not given you the names?
Yes.
Okay. Proceed. You're done? Lalji, you had given us
Just
is there any other contribution from you?
No, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you, honorable members. Finally, County Assembly to terminate or rescind. So we will look into the terms as per the contract did, so that we engage. We request your appearance if needed at any time of report writing. We request documentation if needed, kindly as per our Constitution, Article 196 and Article 195. It requires that when you are required to submit evidence, you do so. So we will write to you wherever we need some backup. We would also like you to further furnish us with progress reports. Furnish this committee with progress report on the prayer of embodiment of other facilities as per the prayer of the petitioners. We would also require that we get that report. Nonetheless, before we wind up, and then I would wish that to remind you on the contract that at clause 13 of the contract, the service provider shall adhere to the scope of the cover as per the tender document. So we will critically follow on your reports and submission of documents whether you've adhered to the scope of the cover as per the contract tender document. So we've gone through the tender document, and we are doing in relation with your submissions whether it is binding. Again, clause 15, the service provider commits to all times during the subsistence of this contract ensure that all the facilities in Annex 2, we find out that you're still onboarding those facilities, but in Annex 2 attached, you had listed the facilities that already had an SLA with you. But we're finding out that some facilities you had not entered into SLAs with, or you had no any business there before, and you had not entered into any contract because you had no business. But since 5 months down the line, you have not onboarded those facilities. This contract ensures that all facilities in Annex 2 of the tender document provide medical services to county staff. We are finding that there are issues. Parties agree, clause 16, parties agree that failure by the service provider to ensure that the medical facilities referred to in clause 15 shall constitute a material breach of contract. Should we find that, then our recommendation will not run short of with evidence that there was a breach of contract, and we address it accordingly. Clause 21, because that provision of services by the service provider provision of services by the service provider shall start immediately upon the execution of this contract. When Koske entered into the contract, immediately those services should have started in all the facilities annexed. But you find that some facilities to date have not started. So that was amounts to breach of contract. Finally, in clause 28, as a rule, the service provider shall address queries from the procuring entity professionally and with diligence, and log the same in its customer satisfaction database for quality assurance. There is a question in quality, and you've really stated that you've sat down your staff and asked them that they provide the best quality ever. But we are finding out that as a rule, the queries that were raised from the end of the county government never reached the desk of the receiving end, because there was a change of staff in department, but you did not notify the relevant staff that the communication ought to change. And that is where you talked of there is a matter of communication in both coding and encoding of information did not go well with the company. It's not performing, both between the county government and the company. We have emails here with us. We have letters from the end of the county government that were written to the Trident, but there was no response. And that is there's no diligence. There's no diligence, and as at now, your database they are not locked in. The customers well also given us the data for the users, that is the patients and the users. We have no complete data on the matter, so they're still lacking, and it is bended in the contract. Cover limits are as provided for in section 5 and schedule of requirements. that there's a patient that came in and then they was granted 110,000 and they required 200,000 for the operation, whereas their limit for the two spouses, both employees of this county, have a 1.5 million limit in outpatient, in the inpatient. So in that respect, really, that was a disservice to the persons, and we founding issues with that. Covers limits are as provided for in section 5 of the SRC. So also look into the limits and reintroduction of sub-limits within. Lalji, do you have a concern on that?
Yes.
Yes.
Sub-limits, we have never brought any sub-limits. We are following what was agreed in the contract. I don't know why are we talking of sub-limit which company has introduced. We have not introduced.
Lalji, for your information, is that there is a patient who was requested to pay the surplus. She was only, the authorization gave him or her only 110,000. Yeah.
Chair, yes. When we do surgical pre-authorizations, we normally give this what we call as initial undertaking. Now, initial undertaking cushions the facility that if there is any consumption or utilization, at least we give them at a base. For instance, if it's for that case, that patient had gone for some surgical, and we give the facility an initial of 110,000.
Yes.
That was not the final, because they know the procedures that we give initial. Then after they have attended to the patient, they now send the final bill. Now, out of the initial final bill, it can either go higher depending on what the usage, or it can go lower.
But the facility required that they pay 200,000 before. You authorized 110 when they were requesting for authorization of 200,000.
That's why Chair was saying there are certain communication with the facility that we are going to deal with them, because we.
So you agree, you are agreeable that there was a breach of.
No, the communication that the facility gave.
There was a breach of communication.
Yes, because ours we gave an initial. Because once you've given initial, you wait for the patient to be discharged, you now give the final undertaking.
Did you remind them that there's a final undertaking?
Yes, there's that channel. If only we could have read
okay, we will get that one. There's no problem. And in that respect, as Lalji said, in clause 32, that there shall be no sublimits for dental illness, and the same shall be covered under the inpatient limits. I think that is my final submission. Honorable members and the Trident team, well, I want to thank all of you for availing your time, despite the exigence of duty from the end of Lalji, as alluded earlier, and the commitments of members to various sittings in this house. We've trespassed about an hour in this sitting. There are other sittings that are yet to come. I want to say that this meeting stands adjourned until the next sittings is called. Thank you, and God bless you. Do you still have something, Lalji?
Last question.
Last shot?
You said you have prepared your submission. Can we have a copy of the submission?
The submission? Yeah, okay.
That will be helpful.
We will furnish you with all our details. We'll furnish you with all our details. Thank you, honorable members. This meeting started adjourned. Thank you, and pleasure. Yeah. You are invited for lunch. I think
Chairman,
a cup of